And good evening, my lovely Lost Tales, and welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite for my, I don't know, macabre magical Monday stream. How are you all doing, my lovelies? It is good to be back. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and thank you all so very much for the incredibly warm reception of my latest chapter of Shadows and Stardust. In case you couldn't already tell, it's escalating. It's escalating. We're getting towards the end of that particular series, and I hope you all enjoyed the latest chapter. I understand if it's not for everyone, because it does touch on some quite grim subject matter, but to everyone who did check it out, thank you all so much. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed it. Oh, my lovelies, I hope you're all doing well. I am really liking this black lipstick, in case it wasn't already obvious. And I don't know, there's just something about MonsterCon that encourages me even to be more comfortably openly goth, with just reveling in how good this lipstick looks. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've all had a wonderful start to the week. If you had work, if you had school, I really hope you had a good day. If you had a chill day to yourself, I really hope you made the most of it. Hell yes. Oh, Lord Greyhound, I also believe it's your first time with us, so thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you for the follow. Gotta say, the Sapphire Dragon series was how I found you, and good heaven, it was amazing. Thank you so much, Lord Greyhound. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. The latest chapter was incredibly well made, as always, Steph. Why, thank you, Eva. Much appreciated. Oh, thank you so much, my lovelies. Thank you. I'm wonderful, Stephanie. I'm getting ready to smoke some pork shoulder and beef shoulder for my weekly meal prep. Ah, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. I'm not going to be able to travel back to the States for a while, but I miss barbecue. I miss really good barbecue. They have a couple of good barbecue venues here in London, but it doesn't compare to like some good Texas barbecue, I'll be honest. Oh, Samuel, I hope you're doing well. I hope you recover from the surgery smoothly. Get plenty of rest. If you need to call, like, an early night tonight, that's totally fine. But thank you so much for joining us tonight and taking on your moderator responsibilities. Once again, it's much appreciated. Luckily, my day's been pretty chill. Nothing too eventful has happened, but it's all good. Sometimes you just need off days to help clear the mind. Absolutely. I should start taking those. I should really start taking those, but I'm very much like experiencing, even after taking some downtime last month, I struggle a lot with allowing myself to take a day or taking time off to completely allow myself to rest, unless it's for a medical reason, like after running the London Marathon last year, my body was just so burnt out and so fatigued, I literally could barely move, and so then I was like held hostage inside my own body, which was terrible. Or when I had COVID, and then I had to tell myself, no, you're allowed to not feel guilty about sitting on your ass all day and doing rewatches of Supernatural. It's fine, it's perfectly fine. I don't allow myself any downtime. When there is work to be done, there is projects to be, like, completed, there is writing to be done. There are big things that I'm working on, okay? You're kidding me? There's nowhere I would rather be than here. Well, thank you, Sam. I really do appreciate it. You're such a sweetheart. I've had a day of Shadows and Stardust creativity and A-level English revision. Oh, good luck with your revision. And I'm so glad that you're so inspired by my story, Scaracomi. Thank you. You need rest, dang it. Listen, I live on my own in a wonderful apartment and I have no one around me to force me to relax, goddammit. Like, Bingus lives far away from me. Trust me, if she lived within a radius of me, I would be, like, getting shit from her non-stop, to be fair. Okay, well, soon, Sam. Also, good luck on exams, Scara. Yes, absolutely. Good luck on your exams. And Sam, I know you love being here, but if you do need time to rest, you go do that, okay? I always encourage my wonderful, lovely Lost Tales to take care of themselves, like, physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially in the best way that you possibly can. A good story makes the world grow round. Exactly. Exactly. and a good story will inspire people to create art of their own. Hey, Sophia, how's it going? Welcome back. Good to see you. And yes, absolutely take care of yourselves and each other. Absolutely, that is what I always end my streams on. Hell yes. Alrighty, so are you guys ready for more MonsterCon? I have a big old container of water because I know I'm going to be doing those thirst checks all night long. Speaking of, I might be moving into my grandparents, so that's an upside. Oh, that's awesome. I really hope it works out for you, Scaracomi. Alrighty, so am I streaming? Am I recording? Why is my blush looking like I got smacked in the face? No, that's a bit better. I'm good at makeup sometimes. Okay, so let us jump over to MonsterCon with the beautiful Zoe doing beautiful creative works. Okay. Local. And we're just doing a solo game. So last time we did a regular length game, which I think ended up being close because I have running commentary over everything, of course. And that was about 2.5 hours. Let's go for a longer game because I want to have more opportunities to chat with people. And so let's keep the lo-fi beats going because I like the kind of lo-fi atmosphere and it contrasts wonderfully with the chaos that's going to unfold. You were giving Morticia vibes. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. I even have like a Morticia kind of style dress, like a long black velvet evening dress. Actually, I have two kind of Morticia dresses. One is more cult leader. It's literally called the cult leader dress. But I do have another dress that's very Morticia. It sits off the shoulders, 3/4 sleeves, all black velvet, slit up the thigh. It's very sexy. I love wearing it. Alrighty, so let's go with some lo-fi beats. Ah, SpookyCon. For some, it was just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits. But here, we could finally feel like no matter who we were, we belonged. Okay, so last time we played as blue. Let's play as red this time. And let's go with Steph. Because that is my name. Stephanie A. And my pronouns are she, her, so let's go. Pics, please. I already posted pics of me in both like the long velvet evening dress and the cult leader dress. I wore it out to a club event a couple of months ago, but I am planning on wearing it again for another club event in a couple of weeks maybe. Yabang, how's it going? Welcome back. But as dreamy as SpookyCon was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. At the end of those 4 days, the afterparty loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con. Cool. Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and harbinger of destruction to author of the renowned fanfic Liam Prom. Liam de Leoncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Hooray! Doug Campbell, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. Mood. My wife, Omen. we did romance wife. I was about to say, I said wife, and like, I'm just gonna call them wife because Omen is my wife. They are my angry supervillain wife and I love them. But we did romance her last time, so we're gonna pick a different character this time. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, our wife, Cloud's brain popped. Thank you for correcting me. She's our collective wife. Thank you. Omen, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. They just need to grow a thicker skin. She's never done anything wrong in her life.
I have the perfect cosplay for that.
Nico Sharp, an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st, a clown idol who was contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. She is also very, very cute. We love her. It had to be one of them, but who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone the rest of our lives? Ha! We'd had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. Okay, so... if Bingus was here, they'd probably advise against me talking about this. But did you guys know I got my heart broken at an anime convention? I won't say who it was, but I confessed my feelings to someone that I had been crushing on for a really, really long time. They did not reciprocate, and I just sobbed my eyes out in the parking lot. So, this is giving me, like, the best war flashbacks possible. If anything, I'm gonna probably bring this up with my therapist when I see her next and be like, hey, so, because this happened, like, years and years ago. I've, like, definitely moved on since then. He didn't deserve me in the first place, let's be honest. But I should probably talk about this with her, but... just like the line of like, we had 4 days to muster our courage to confess our love. I did do that. I was a fucking idiot for doing it. It was called limerence, not love. Oh, guys, it's okay. Oh, God, happens to the best of us. See? Like, I appreciate the solidarity, guys. I do really appreciate it. I didn't end up going the second day of the con. I instead, because I was in a foreign country, in a town I'd never visited before, so I didn't go back to the con the second day because I was too embarrassed, and I made the most of the rest of my holiday. But it was a wonderful trip nonetheless, and it helped me learn a lot of things about myself, including raising my standards and not settling for the bare minimum of affection sent via online DMs. Alright, so we had our fair share of love and rejection, mostly rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. Oh, Sam, thank you for redeeming the pick my voice for just hugs. I appreciate that. You know what? I'll give a hug to myself. Like, vicariously. It's a big hug from chat. I would like some gentle shoulder pats as well thrown in. I thank you, guys. And as we'd grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Oh my god, I love Monster Prom. A Squishy Satan 69, also amazing. Amazing fucking username. I love it. Settle in, because I love the Monster Prom series, and this one might be a new personal favorite of mine. We played it last week, so we've just scratched the surface of it. But I can already tell, like, this is a deep personal favorite of mine because I love going to conventions so much. You deserve the support. Why, thank you. I appreciate it. I may or may not have panic confessed post-con. Terrible, still very close to the person in question, but whoops. Okay, Cloud's brain popped. I'm very, very glad that some people in chat, like you in particular, are like, oh yeah, I've absolutely been there. Because I think when you're at a convention, you are on such a rush of positive emotions, on like so many endorphins, that you feel like you're kind of invincible, especially if you're also cosplaying and you're getting the rush of being someone bigger than your normal day-to-day self. You feel like I could do absolutely anything, and you confess your feelings to someone and it doesn't work out the way that you hoped it would. But don't worry, guys, I'm even still mutuals with the person on Twitter, I think. And we don't talk regularly or anything like that, but we're on like decent terms now. We're not friends, but we're not like... We cleared the air between us, so it's all good. It was just a very embarrassing period of my life. Okay, but who am I thinking of romancing? I kind of either want to romance Doug, the gelatinous cube cutie, or I can't remember what his name was. Was it Bix? The mimic? The one voiced by Brandon Rogers. I can't decide between Doug and the mimic. Although I was leaning towards Doug because he was such a cutie patootie. Nico, that was it. Nico, the mimic. Thank you. I once turned down in front of a class. Granted, the class was like in workshop mode. I didn't realize anyone was paying attention until after, so I didn't freak out till the next day. Oh, Sam, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Speaking of cosplaying at cons, I might be going as Silka one of these days. That's awesome! That's awesome! If you are comfortable showing your cosplay online, I'd love to see it. Be sure to do the hashtag SSQArts. I'd love to see it. Okay, but I'm kind of curious. Well, okay, who should I gravitate towards? I kind of want to romance Doug because he's such an adorable cutie patootie. So he was heavily emotionally invested in his fandoms and overspending, so let's kind of go between him and Nico a bit, I think. So let's go with overspending on limited blind boxes. Maybe Dakimakura's against loneliness. And let's see. Stabbing. Stupidly specific. Let's go with stupidly specific panels. Top 3 okay, top 3 favorite Pokemons. Okay, so wife. Next time, just tag me in a photo if you're gonna put a picture of me online. Okay, so let's go with wife and sexy glam rock, and then maybe also wife. We weren't new to all this, so this time we challenged ourselves with a goal other than finding love. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we had decided to take on a project we've been putting off for too long. Making our own comic. We had so many ideas, and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Okay, so last time we picked romance. Why don't we go for sci-fi? The fear of failure had stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves of the one thing that always kept us going. That we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Is it really a monster prom game if you don't come out with at least 11 spouses? Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm kind of down with the shop owner in this game, the Kitsune. Like, hello, Tumblr sexy man. Okay, so let me just show you guys what my stats currently are. So, farewell. Okay, so we got smarts is 12. We got boldness as 13. We got creativity as 7, so I think that needs a little bit of work. Charm is 13 and fun is 8. So I'm not sure what we kind of need to like be especially alluring to Doug. But I think maybe upping our creativity and our fun is probably a good thing. So let me just get back on screen. Hello. Hello. I'm back. Also, Sam, chill. It's fine. Like, I worry sometimes when I go away on hiatus, like, I do read the updates on the Discord, guys. And so sometimes I do worry, like, respectfully, it's fine. Just remember, you can breathe when I'm not around, okay? Okay, I'm back. Alrighty, so why don't we improve our creativity first? We have to, like, make sure our cosplay is at its absolute best before we venture out, don't we? Nice. You decide to hit the hotel bar for a cocktail because you're classy like that. Okay, that absolutely sounds like me at a convention. Oh, you should do your clown honk again at some point. Oh, you mean like, you mean this noise? Hang on. There we go. Whenever April shows up, I'll try and do the clown honk, okay? It's a pity you don't know shit about cocktails. When the waiter comes, you panic and order made-up cocktails like a twisted torso, a hug on the hill, and a vacuum cleaner. What do you know? They do have those cocktails. You proved your credentials as a cocktail connoisseur, and you get totally shit-faced thanks to your +2 creativity for coming up with drink names. You head back to the hotel room with Liam and Omen and walk in on Doug, letting the SpookyCon mascot use his laptop for some reason. I want to punch it. It looks very punchable.
Oh, hi there.
Hey, baby. Hey, guys. I'd like you to meet my friend Pom Pom. He's helping me get a better life. What do you mean by that? Well, we got to chatting outside, and I was talking about how much I loved comics and movies because you can live vicariously through the characters. And he said he knows a way for me to live a new life in real life. We just have to swap identities. Baby, no! Okay, but why do I feel like the vacuum cleaner would be terrible? Okay, the vacuum cleaner makes me feel like it is a lintier version of the bar mat shot. If you know what the bar mat shot is. It's rancid. It's absolutely rancid. But then, like, you add a sprinkle of, like, the dust on the, like, the top shelf of the liqueur behind the bar or something like that. It's a little, like, Salt Bay sprinkle on top of the shot. That is the vacuum cleaner. It's the bar mat squeezed down to a shot glass with a little sprinkling of the lint and dust from the top shelf. He's almost done using my birth certificate and social security number to make a pretend ID with my name and his face on it.
Stop it.
Don't fucking let him do that. He's stealing your identity. No, he's swapping identities with me. Don't worry, it's an even trade. Yup. I get Doug's clean criminal record, and he gets a daily call from my parole officer. Fear not, Liam. I have an idea. Omen snatches Doug's laptop out of Pom Pom's hands and throws it out of the window. Hey, I was using that. I'm not leaving until I get a new identity. Yeah, that's fair.
Nope.
It's not fair. He tried to scam you. Oh no, did you Google the bar mat shot? Oh, it's awful, isn't it? Steph, you can't just drop a growly voice for Omen like that. Sam, have you forgotten this is my stream and I can do whatever I fucking want, damn it. I could do the whole rest of the stream in a sexy, seductive, growly voice if I so choose, but I'm not. Because this game makes me feel weird and nerdy and more like being my weird and nerdy self. And I only bring out the growly voice when you ask nicely. Or you send me bits. Hey, I said he could have a new identity, and I'm a slime of my word. Do any of you have a spare identity he could have? Stephanie? Okay, time to put your years of experience creating amazing TTRPG character sheets to work. This is the same thing, but illegal. Trust in carcinization, a proven form of convergent evolution in which non-crab organisms evolve a crab-like body plan. This means he will eventually get a new identity as a crab. Okay, that feels more like smarts. The first one feels more creativity or fun, and I wanted to go with that, I think. Have you ever been to cons back in Australia? I have. There used to be a convention called... I'm not sure if they still run it, but there used to be a convention I used to go to as a teenager and in my early 20s called Supernova, I think. And I watched it grow from very humble beginnings, and it was a very small convention with just the one, like, theater space for the cosplay competition and all, like, the bigger talks and stuff like that, and then it was just a bunch of vendors and stuff, and it eventually grew into quite a sizable convention, nowhere near as big as you get in the States, but it was still pretty good, and I cosplayed for a couple of them. No, I'm not showing pictures of that. But I don't know if they still have it. It wouldn't surprise me if it's still a regular thing, as it was like the only anime and pop culture convention happening in Perth at the time. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll be invited back as a hometown guest or something like that. It says it's still going. Supernova 2025 in Perth. Yes! Good! Okay. But let's put my years of experience creating amazing TTRPG character sheets to work. This is the same thing, but illegal.
That makes no sense.
That wouldn't even work. Character sheets have no legal bearing on. Okay, Pom Pom, you can either do a melee build, a caster build, or a healer build. Which one sounds the most fun? I guess melee. Melee is good, but it's weaker without a party. I recommend balancing yourself with some healing spells, or at least a toughness feat. Why do you care? I thought you said this would not work. Well, it won't. But if you're all going to do dumb shit, you could at least do it well. Time to pick your class and stats. What do you want to be proficient in, buddy? I guess being good at stealing and avoiding the cops would be pretty great for me. Rogue it is! Ooh, that sounds compelling. Can I be a rogue instead of a reformed villain? No. Killjoy. Now you gotta pick your name. This is critical. A good name can either make or break your TTRPG experience. I don't know. You got any ideas? Unfortunately for you, I have already chosen the best name in existence. But it is not too late for you to take second prize and become Omen Jr. Satisfied, Omen Jr. leaves to register the character sheets at the DMV. You gain +2 creativity for helping him remake himself, but lose 2 smarts. That is fine. Okay, let's go have some fun, shall we? Oh, very cool. Walking around the community zone, you see several con-goers playing a match. Wait, is that soccer? Why the hell is there soccer at MonsterCon? A con-goer sees you fuming and tells you, oh, it's not soccer, it's actually LARP foosball. What a relief, you have +2 fun watching the game, safe knowing you don't have to watch a real sport. You and your friends are checking out the community zone when you stumble upon an indie board game showcase. Wow, there are so many games. I can't believe we get to try these before anyone else. Yes, but be wary. Doug, if you even look any of these game devs in the eye, they'll try to trap you in their sales pitch. Hey, you there. You think you're smart enough to understand my Eurogame?
Don't be ridiculous.
Of course I am. What an ignorant insinuation. Show me this Eurogame of yours.
Liam? Didn't you just say...
All rules have necessary exceptions, April. This won't take long. 3 hours later. So, okay, I can discard up to 3 plasma cubes to get a plasma homunculus, but only if I build a cube merger last turn? Do I do this before or after the harvest phase? During the harvest phase, and only if no other player has a proto-alchemist on the sulfur tile. Doug, do we need to review section 12H of the rules again?
I think we've read section 12H enough times already, no? No more rules, I can't take it anymore. If I have to memorize another rule, I'm gonna start eating drywall.
April's right, this game sucks and you're ready to go. You ask how much more time this will take. Oh, what is time anyway? Hours are measured by how much fun you had living them. Don't worry, Stephanie, the con's open until midnight. High-pitched closed mouth screaming! There must be a way to end this game and get all of you, yes, even Liam, out of here. Okay, eat several game pieces so you can call a food safety inspector to ban the game for being a choking hazard. Yell, I win! Very convincingly. Okay, so the second one sounds like boldness. I'm not sure what the first one would be. That one could also be boldness, but I don't know. That one's maybe more leaning towards fun, perhaps? I think the second one is boldness, and I already have quite strong boldness, so let's go with the first one. What choking hazard? You email the Food Safety Committee and begin discreetly eating the game's tiny, pointless pieces. But no matter how many you eat, you don't choke. It's as if these pieces were specifically designed to go smoothly down your throat. All too soon, the inspector is here. Hi, I'm from the Food Safety Committee. I was told this game was a choking hazard. Do you have any proof? There's no more time. You do the first thing that pops into your panicked mind. You draw a gun and shoot the Food Safety Inspector.
What?
Stephanie, what did you just do? I don't know, I panicked.
It wasn't Stephanie. The tabletop game dev shot him.
What? No, I didn't. It was her. Everyone saw her holding the gun.
Not me. I was too busy texting the cops and telling them you shot him.
Soon the police arrived to arrest the tabletop game dev. This manages to bring the match to an end. Damn, you win this round, Stephanie, but I'll have 15 to 28 years in solitary confinement to fine-tune my game. And when I get out, I want a rematch. Wow, Stephanie, that was ruthless. I didn't even know there was a frame your opponent for murder phase of play. You would have if you paid attention to section 12H of the rules. You gain +2 boldness for risking death and prison to win a Euro game. Totally worth losing 2 charm.
Let's set this con on fire.
Okay, what am I running low on? Maybe improve charm a little bit? Let's do smarts and then do charm, methinks. Yeah. Soft or hard magic system? Well-being choices when writing your magical girl story. You decide to attend a panel on the merits of soft versus hard magic systems in magical girl fiction. After getting the required dick jokes out of the way, you actually learned a lot of valuable info about world-building mechanics. You gain +2 smarts from all that knowledge, and from learning so many new dick jokes. Later, you attend a panel being hosted by the creators of a little massively viral fanfic called Liam Prom. Thank you all for coming. I'm your moderator, Doug. I'm honored to introduce the creators of Liam Prom. They're also friends of mine. Can you believe it?
I'm Zoe, the author of Liam Prom. Next to me is the inspiration behind K-pop star Liam, cartographer Liam, buff Liam, and countless other Liams.
Thank you for having me. Just in case anyone was wondering, my name is Liam. I love how this game acknowledges we all have our minds in the gutters. Oh, absolutely. Like, you cannot not have your mind in the gutter and play this game. Polite chuckle. So let's get right into it. As the original Liam, how does it feel to be the subject of such a sprawling saga?
Liam de Liam Core. Liam Prom Muse.
Thank you for the hydrate check. Well, I always had the nagging suspicion that I'd be someone's muse someday.
I bet you didn't think that you'd be portrayed as a sexy panini press.
Sorry, a sexy panini press? Oh my god. No, I can't say I expected that. But in a way, I feel like being portrayed by a multitude of characters gives a better insight into my multifaceted personality.
A world full of Liams.
Sure, and it gives me a chance to answer the eternal question. Would a centaur Liam also wear a man bun?
Who among us hasn't wondered that? He's a cutie. The panel continues, and you learn more about fictional Liam tropes than you'd ever thought it was possible to know. While Zoe is dissecting buff Liam's diet and workout plan, you hear Doug whispering in your ear. Psst, Stephanie, I'm about to open up the floor to audience questions, and I really want this panel to go well for Liam and Zoe. Could you go first and ask something insightful? Everyone always waits for someone else to ask a question, and the initial silence is super awkward. Crap, he blew your usual strategy at panels. Come up with a good question for Liam and Zoe. Okay, most of the action takes place in Liam Academy, but have you thought about how a universe of Liams would affect the economy and politics of the world? That sounds like a smart thing to ask. Of all the friends you could have written speculative fanfic about, why Liam? That one, the second one feels like a bit of a burn. I want to maybe improve my smarts, so let's go with that one.
Good question. Conceptualizing a universe full of Liams was a challenge in and of itself. I mean, most of society has a hard time dealing with just one Liam. If you put hundreds of Liams face to face, what would happen?
Hey!
How do the Liams elect a governor when every Liam thinks he's the smartest person in the room, even when he isn't?
Sometimes I am.
Would being Liam allow all the Liams to put up with each other's Liamness and live together in harmony? Or would they irritate each other to the point of mutually assured destruction?
Hey!
Personally, I believe that the Liam's commitment to democracy, fine art, and disdain for fashionable hairstyles unites them even if as their insufferability tries to tear them apart.
Wow, Zoe, you really got all your law ducks in a row.
Thanks. But remember, lore is only important if you can use it to write a gripping main plot.
Naked Liams!
Which, in my case, is usually making the Liams fuck.
The audience murmurs in aroused agreement.
As for the economic system, they use the euro. Next question.
You gain +2 smarts for learning so much Liam Prom background info, but lose 2 boldness.
Let's go.
That's perfectly fine, I just want to balance things out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, why don't we improve my charm next? I want that figurine. Is that supposed to be like Chainsaw Man? But it's like Axe Man or something? The Axe Man cometh. Yes, he does have a little Axe Man box back there. I love him, Your Honor. Liam O'Brien mentioned. I mean, of course. We love Liam O'Brien in this house. Very talented voice actor. Would love to work with him one day. You're walking around the merch hall, sipping a cup of coffee. Suddenly, a deluxe box set edition of One Kick Boy makes you spit out your coffee. Your spit take lands on the box set because you have great aim but very bad luck. The vendor gives you the box set at a discount because, after all, it's not in mint condition anymore. Your brand new box set and your excellent spitting skills give you +2 charm. You're checking out the stands at the merch hall when Liam and Doug start fawning over the gashapon vending machines. Dangerous. Liam, check out this one! This gashapon is filled with ID photos of random people.
So authentic.
What a brilliant concept. It forces us to look at strangers with fresh eyes to truly notice them. Who are these people? Are they targets assigned to the buyer to find and murder them? Oh my god, okay, so... a bounty hunter, but the wanted posters are in a gashapon machine, and you just get a coin from the counter, and then you put in the gashapon machine, and then the name of the person you have to hunt and kill or bring to justice is in the little ball. Someone write a comic about that, please. No. You just collect the pictures. Oh, I understand. Wait, no, I don't. Okay, these specific gashas may not be your thing, but look at these buff birds! They're birds, but they're very muscular. I love the buff birds gashapon. I personally, they're not for me. I usually prefer like more animal kind of realistic critter ones. I have a sea slug in my bathroom from a gashapon machine and some little kitties in my bedroom. But some of the cute little more gimmicky ones are like the buff birds. They're very cute. I admire a plastic bird's physique as much as I respect a tree's existence. So, a lot? No. I hate trees, and I would never waste my hard-stolen money on them or these useless playthings. Excuse me. But gashas are so much better than trees. Will you at least try if Stephanie buys you one? That I can do, if only for the pleasure of seeing her squander her meager savings. Shut up! Omen, don't judge me for my purchases! That's your cue to empty your wallet on the vending machine, because you will do whatever people tell you. Turns out you can only afford one. Which one will turn Omen into a die-hard gashapon fan? Okay, so go for the gacha that wows everyone. Cool tardigrade doing 6 skateboard trick, or the little creature in a silly pose of abject horror, as if they were hit by a spell that turned them into a gacha. Ooh, I think the second one is more Omen style. But this one is really cool, and this feels like one that Doug would kind of dig. Kind of want to go with this one. Because, like, look at him. Look at that sick kickflip. Yeah, let's go with this one. What's this? A tardigrade? Wait, you actually know what tardigrades are? Obviously. Nonsensical pastimes like reality TV and jazz didn't exist prior to my captivity, but tardigrades have a long and fruitful history. That makes sense, but have you ever seen a tardigrade this cool? Look at this skateboard trick! Tell me more about them. What's their background?
Whoa!
Let me check the leaflet. It says here, whoa! What? Thaddeus the tardigrade lives in space, where they perform incredible skateboard tricks at 0 gravity. Wait, you have sent tardigrades to space? This society is so much more advanced than I thought. Actually, nobody lives in space. Yet. But until that long-held hope comes true, that's what gachas are for. They invite you to dream. And they look cool on your desk. May I keep it? Of course! Magnificent! When living in space is a reality, Thaddeus shall be my little guide. Omen looks at Thaddeus with longing. Liam and Doug look at you with approval. You look at your stats and notice you've gained +2 fun. Yay! But you've also lost 2 smarts. Oh well. That's fine, my stats are evening out a little bit. Time to get some fresh air. Okay.
I'm gonna sit the hardest.
Hey narrator. How you doing? You're looking extra buff tonight. Hey stranger. This is the last tutorial about the food court, I promise. Did you notice there are some locked dates? Those are tied to plot lines. Some plot lines will first appear organically and catch you by surprise. But once you finish them, you'll be able to trigger them again by choosing their respective date. There are also locked plotline dates at the alone table. Those do not appear organically. You gotta unlock them, and only then can you trigger them. Excuse me. And only then can you trigger them through their respective dates. Plotline dates only appear during the first food court turn, since you'll need time for the plotline to fully develop. Also, they have a spicy meter to better inform the spiciness of the plotline and its secret ending. Anyhow, you must be hungry. Go sit somewhere. I want to sit next to Doug. I think I want to romance Doug. Hey, Doug. Let's go for board game night, shall we? You and Doug have a great game night. You play a few friendly rounds of competitive tarot. Doug gives you some interesting readings, including one that makes you hesitant to ever eat lettuce again. All of your readings for Doug involve him kissing someone who looks suspiciously similar to you. Shocking! You don't win any games, but let's be real, that wasn't your goal anyway. Hopefully there's a second date in your future.
I hope so too.
Ready, set.
Comic time. Now it's time to take a break from your real life shenanigans and brainstorm some fictional shenanigans for your comic. Go for it. What's a job from the distant future you wish you could have? Capture designer, keeper of the planet Jupiter's darkest secret, world's leading expert in the number 6, or Shrek movie tester? I kind of want to go with this one. Keeper of the planet Jupiter's darkest secret. You won $10 million, but you have to spend it in the next 5 minutes. Quick, spend them. Buy the rights to the letter W. Spend it all on Tetris, microtransaction, and cosmetics. Time to fulfill your dream of becoming a saxophone player. Or, how convenient, send it to that financially destitute prince who emailed you 2 months ago. I want to improve my smarts and my fun, so this feels more like fun, so let's go with that. Yeah. Time to get back to the con.
Let's set this con on fire.
Okay, my bonus is quite strong, so I kind of want to just bump up my creativity again. So let's go kick off the day back at the hotel again. You're chilling in your hotel room when suddenly a man dressed as a rat breaks in. He runs around while yelling, "I am the rat, I am the rat, look at me, the rat," and then he leaves as confusingly as he came. You call reception to complain. "Ah, yes, that. It happens sometimes. Apologies, ma'am. We can compensate you with +2 creativity." Honestly, that sounds like convention shenanigans. Fuck it, you'll take that. Later, you're searching for an open bathroom, but what you find is Zoe and Doug interviewing Liam as he lays on a chaise lounge. Come on, Liam, you gotta dig deep for me. What's your biggest kink? Proceed. I'm not answering that. The muse could come from anywhere, Liam. Please respond. Zoe, you know I'm happy to let you mine me for content for Liam Prom, your fanfiction where every character is an alternate universe version of my illustrious self. Ooh, nice seamless lore drop. But I still have some dignity left to maintain, you know. Who needs dignity? I'd rather have content. Content like your biggest kink. The subject's being unruly. Doug, as my moderator, I authorize you to get the ice bucket. Dousing me with ice water isn't going to make me talk. For all you know, that could be my kink. Doug, write that down!
Crap.
Do you think there will be a Monster Prom game where they flip the characters and you have to romance the player characters? I mean, it's certainly possible. I don't know, like, I think they've kind of set a good formula with having the 4 defaults for the character avatars, and then you can buy the DLC for, like, playing as some characters who aren't romance options in the game. Like in this one, you can buy DLC that allows you to play as Milo, Aravi, and 2 other characters I can't think of at the moment. Oh crap, I dropped my notebook in the ice bucket. No! Zoe's interviewing tactics lack a delicate touch, one that you could surely provide. Also, you'd love for them to wrap this up and move the chaise lounge out of the bathroom so you can piss. So ask a question Liam will actually answer. Liam, please recount a recent dream of yours. If it happened to be boring, please make one up that's actually entertaining. Thanks. Liam, keeping in mind that we will design a zany character based on your answer, would you be open to sharing your deepest, darkest fear? I kind of want to know what his deepest fear is. Let's go with that.
Nope.
I'm not going to share my deepest fear. Why? Is it tigers?
What?
What? No. Where did you even get that idea?
Yo.
It's okay to be afraid of tigers, Liam. I'm afraid of them too. There, I said it. I'm proud of you, Doug. That was very brave of you to admit. Yes, good for Doug. However, I am not afraid of tigers. It's okay. You don't need to admit you're afraid of tigers. We're here for you whenever you feel ready to share.
Liam, look out! There's a tiger right behind you!
I'm not falling for that. But there was a tiger, and it proceeds to maul Liam, and that's the story of how Liam died. JK, there was no tiger, but I bet I had you there.
A world full of Liams.
Fuck it, I'm making tiger-fearing Liam a character anyway. I'm very into this idea now.
Seriously, this is Panini Press Liam all over again. I told you then that I actually love paninis, and I'm telling you now that I'm not scared of tigers. Liam, there's a tiger! Run!
Damn.
He's good.
You gain +2 charm for helping Liam. You gain +2 charm for helping Liam face his fear of tigers, but lose 2 creativity. Oh, and 10 bladder continence from holding your pee for so long.
Let's show him how it's done.
No, I just got my creativity back. Okay, what am I running low on? My smarts could use some improving, so let's go back to the main stage and listen to another talk. You grab a seat at the main stage where a panelist talks about making interesting player characters. Apparently, they should be color coordinated, have a distinct personality, and also a cool name like Kratos, Luigi, or Stephanie. You learn you to make an awesome PC, and that self-knowledge equals +2 smarts. Doug and Nico invite you and Liam to a classic Pokemon's movie watch party happening in the auditorium. You can't wait to relive something so dear to your childhood. You two! Darsic, thank you so much for the 31-month primary sub, and the subscription keeps going. It don't stop. It will not stop. Thank you so much, Darsic, for the resub. I really, really appreciate it. So good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Sit down, take a seat. We are playing MonsterCon and having a grand old time. Yes, everyone say a big hello to Mike because they are amazing and awesome and a wonderful friend. And I miss hanging out at conventions with you, my dude. Honestly, like, this game is giving me so many great flashbacks to going to conventions in America. I won't be able to visit the States for a while. But when I can again, so many conventions. So many conventions. Oh, thanks, Steph. And for sure, Steph, nothing but love. Thank you. Okay, what's her voice gonna be? Like, nasally.
Welcome, Pokefans. Before we get started, we'd like to introduce ourselves. We've been hired to represent More Chips, Pokemon's newest sponsor. Soon you can expect to find references to that our fabulous product sprinkled all over the IP that you love.
Like finding delicious More Chip crumbs all over your furniture. What's going on? Is More Chip's gonna own Pokemons now? Pokemons used to be the cartoon that brought me joy on Saturday mornings. I never thought its real goal was to make money. So Pokemons is a brand now? That blows. I mean, Pokemons was a brand already, to be fair.
What?
Okay, but why is the mosquito kind of cute, Loki? Like, I mean, she was snatched. Like, she was serving some real, like, she was serving up with a side of A positive. Also, was that a little bit too, yes, my diamond? What?
Art is dead.
Do you two understand cartoons and games are products that, although creative, aim to make money? No way! Pokemons has always been about the power of friendship and catching all the Pokemons, be it in the form of a toy or a t-shirt. Wait. So everything that brings us joy is actually owned by brands? How deep does the rabbit hole go, Liam? Are we owned by brands? I mean, honey. You could say she was buzzing it up. Absolutely, Weaver! Ah! It depends. How many online tracking cookies have you accepted over the years? How about you shut your fucking mouth, Liam, and stop making us feel existential? It's one thing to open your friends' eyes to your capitalist hellscape, but you'd rather not completely break their spirits. Think of a way to calm Doug and Nico down. I would say go to cons here, but to be fair, cons in London have been especially iffy. Yeah, like some conventions, the management is terrible. They're really bad with helping the talent and keeping things organized, but they could still be fun if you have a particular artist that you really want to buy stuff from at the artist alley vendors and stuff like that. They could be a lot of fun. I'm thinking of maybe going to MCM London just to wander around, but I'm kind of trying to save money at the same time because I spent way too much money at the Ghost concert. So I might skip conventions for a little bit and try and build up my savings again. Okay, trust the cycle of late capitalism. Before your existential dread runs too high, a brand will surely release something shiny and new to distract you. Build the ultimate defense against the dreadful claws of brands. A pillow fort. I don't want to get like too stuck into existentialism, so let's make a nice soft pillow fort and just go inside and just sit there and read for a bit. In half an hour, you and your friends have built one hell of a pillow fort. You all hide inside. I'm scared. What do you think's happening out there? Also, you are so hot. Like, we're romancing you next run. Just then, someone knocks on the entrance pillow. Doug moves to open it. No, we don't know who that is. But it could be someone like us, needing refuge from late capitalism. Or it could be a brand trying to get inside. I'm going to MCM London, but I do have my issues with it and to go support artists and voice actors. I had this pre-planned, paid before everything. It's so fun with friends, I have to admit. Absolutely. Going to cons with friends is absolutely amazing and such a great time. I think it's just like a combination between rising ticket prices and sometimes things are not managed properly, but I've always had pretty amazing experiences at most conventions. Please let me in, Doug. I'm just a little girl. It's scary out here. See? She's just... Wait, I never told you my name. Doug, I have your favorite chips out here. Now in a delicious cool ranch flavor. It's 2 bags for the price of 1. Let me in and I'll show you. No, go away, evil temptress. Dougie, it's your mom. Come out here and sign up for this monthly chip delivery service. If I get a new subscriber, I'll get a big discount. Do it for mommy. No, get out of my head. Doug, it's me, famous Hollywood actor Chad Pritt. I just tried these chips, and I gotta say, I banish you from these grounds and demand that you leave my friend alone. You wouldn't want to anger a true vampire. Yeah, Liam's scary when he's mad. He knows lots of big words to tell you how mad he is. Fine, but I'll be back, Doug, with new flavors. Whew, thank you guys. It took a lot of willpower to resist those chips. You all vowed to stay safe from capitalism in the fort together, at least until there's another cool panel that you want to see. You gain +2 fun and lose 2 smarts.
Let's set this con on fire.
Okay. So who should we go to next? What am I running low on? I've already done smarts and creativity, and they're still kind of low. Why don't we go boldness? Because I haven't seen what this play character's boldness thing looks like. Very cool cosplay. You're walking around the lobby when you suddenly hear, "Look, it's Stephanie!" When you turn around, nobody's looking at you. They're looking at somebody else. Somebody who's cosplaying you! When did you get famous? Are you part of a beloved video game franchise? And more importantly, did that guy steal your clothes? There are too many questions in your head right now. Here, you'll need +2 boldness to go on with your life without asking them. Group brain cell, 90% of the time it's Liam. Absolutely right. Afterwards, you attend a meetup with fellow fans of Liam Prom, Zoe's famous fanfiction where everyone is Liam.
Hug. Rhymes with hug.
Oh, baby. Hi everyone, I'm Doug, Liam Prom's official moderator. It's nice to meet you all. Zoe can't be here today because I, forgot to tell her this was happening. But on the bright side, I brought Liam. Oh my god, you're cosplaying Liam. And the trunk of the mimic is a coffin. I love your cosplay. It's so cool. It's a pleasure to be here, my dear peons. Oh no, it's Zoe's cult and they're all fans of Liam Prom. Okay, great. It is a great honor to meet you in the flesh, Liam. Thank you for being the glorious muse of our venerated author. Hey, that's not me. I'm me. Oh, quite right. So tell us, Liam, can you turn your rump into a horse's rump? What? No, you're thinking of Centaur Liam, I guess. And he's just a character from Zoe's fanfic. I see. Can you still be ridden like a powerful stallion? Consensually? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I would ride him to the horizon and back. No. That'd be feasible if I were a centaur, but we've already established that I'm not. What? He's a vampire? Of course. What was I supposed to say? No? He's a nerdy intellectual vampire. That is like most of the things I'm attracted to. Oh, is Centaur Liam coming today? Crap, people are getting bored. What's something fun and memorable we can do with the fans? I didn't think this through.
How ironic.
Can we all write poetry in iambic pentamina? So daring. Sorry, we can all write poetry in iambic pentamina. So daring. What about you, Nico? Any ideas?
I am Liam.
Who is this Nico? I'm Liam, you rube, and I propose that we write poetry in iambic penthouses as well. Okay, you know what this reminds me of? Because I've been rewatching Supernatural, and I've rewatched the episode. So for those of you who don't know, who haven't watched Supernatural, this is like early season stuff. I'll just mention, I won't get into like later season stuff. But there's this character, I think he's called Gus. And so in the series Supernatural, there is a guy in the Supernatural universe who is receiving visions of the Winchester brothers, and he's turned them into a book series. And there's like an in-universe Supernatural fandom for the Supernatural book series, and there's this great episode where the #1 fangirl of the Supernatural book series invites the real Sam and Dean Winchester to a convention for the Supernatural books, and there's like people around them cosplaying as them. And so it like shenanigans happen, and the two of them have like kind of work with these two cosplayers who are cosplaying Sam and Dean, and they're walking behind these two cosplayers as they're kind of role playing as Sam and Dean amongst each other, like, yeah, you were always Dad's good little soldier, like, yeah, but I was trying to live my own life. And the two of them are just looking at each other like it's the worst fucking therapy session in the world. I think the character's called Chuck rather than Gus. It was one of those two names. Thank you for clarifying that, Dodger. I appreciate it. Yes, Chuck is the author of the Supernatural book series. And, oh, it's a great kind of little running gag throughout the series. It eventually grows into something more later on. But it's a great kind of tongue-in-cheek thing of poking fun at, like, having fun with the fan community in a way. But yeah, this particular scenario reminds me of a lot. Is that really what I sound like? Looks like it's up to you, Stephanie. Propose an activity to do with the Liam Prom fans and save the vibes of this meetup. Good news, everybody. It's time to play Ask Liam a series of invasive personal questions. When in doubt, do drugs. I suggest opium. It's thematically appropriate because it's vintage and esoteric. Like Liam. That one definitely says more boldness. But I don't know. This one also feels bold as well. I was about to suggest that, like, maybe, like, a drug of choice for Liam would be ayahuasca or something like that instead of opium, but no, opium is, like, it was used a lot in the Victorian age as well, like, so I could definitely see that actually being more appropriate. Which of these two to pick? Like, the second one to do with the drugs could also be meant, like, fun as well, maybe? The first one, I'm not sure if that would be boldness. I feel like whenever drugs is brought up, it's usually aligned with, like, the boldness options, so, Although, the drugs could also align with creativity as well, and I kind of need to improve that. Yeah, why not? Let's get high at the convention. What could go wrong?
I don't know.
I feel like that might be a bad idea. I know it's a bad idea. It is? You should have said so before Steffi and I gave everyone opium. At least everyone looks like they're having fun. The fans are completely hooked. Of course they're hooked on it. Opium is a highly addictive substance. Oh. Who cares? You still got your wish, Doug. This meetup will be a momentous occasion for sure. Months from now, when the fans are deep in the throes of opium addiction, they'll remember this is the day everything changed. I guess that's on me for wanting to make today memorable. Oh, baby, no! Actually, this is on Stephanie. I swear, asking her for help feels like wishing on a monkey's paw. That's accurate. Oh, come on, I'm not that bad. Do you remember the last time I asked you to get a vintage book for me, and it somehow resulted in an orphanage burning to the ground? Yeah, that sounds like me. Classic Stephanie. You all laugh, which quickly dissolves into a coughing fit from all the opium smoke. You gain +2 fun from drugs. Yay! You also lose 2 smarts from drugs. Boo.
I'm on fire, baby.
Okay, so my fun, my charm, and my boldness are all quite strong, but my creativity and my smarts is low. What can I improve a little better? Let's go back to the merch hall, shall we? You buy a cool t-shirt which features the entire JoJo family tree. Needless to say, it's several sizes too big for you. You get back to the stand to return it, but the vendor doesn't take refunds. Unacceptable. What can he give you is a free JoJo pose. You take it. It forces the limits of your flexibility, but you gain +2 charm from striking such a pose. You, Liam, Doug, and April are browsing cute magical girl figurines when you find some that look suspiciously wonky.
Art is dead.
These are some of the worst knockoffs I've ever seen. Astral Princess's skirt is red, not pink. Do better. Liam, don't be so negative. After all, isn't pink a shade of red? If you squint your eyes, this looks almost official.
Yeah, have some perspective, Liam. Look at the next stand. Those are some bad knockoffs.
What the fuck?
Oh, wow, those are bad. I don't think any amount of squinting can save them.
Yeah, if this was a contest for which knockoffs were the most knocked off, these would win.
You think those knockoffs are better than mine? I got way better stock than those ugly little shits. Let me bring out the good stuff. The seller sets out some knockoff figurines that truly push the boundaries of what could be considered merch. Ha! That's the best you've got. Check this out. He brings out some knockoffs that push the boundaries of what could even be considered figurines or plastic. Knockoffs common in cons? Yes, they are, unfortunately. It's very popular for knockoffs of anime figures in particular, of people copying essentially the mold, and they try to recreate the paint jobs of like really expensive hand-painted like special figurines into cheap knockoffs that are mass-produced and try and fool people. So honestly, if you're in the market for good quality anime figurines, do your research and make sure you're buying from a reputable seller, because there's some shady shit out there that sells some really bad knockoffs. The first sellers set out a new batch with creepy off-putting expressions, like they're laughing at God? The next batch of figurines seems to constantly morph and dissolve. They leak strange oozes. If you listen closely, you can hear their subtle yet unsettling screams. Ooh, thanks for the hydrate check, chilled monkey. Much appreciated. Stop, both of you! You're scaring me! I'm no believer, but I suspect these knockoffs are getting so off that they risk defying God and incurring divine wrath.
Save us, Stephanie!
Normally you call that an overreaction, but the latest batch of knockoffs are diffracting the waves of reality. So yeah, you should do something. These bastards don't fear God. Instill the fear of God in them by performing a tragedy about the gods punishing knockoffs. Conjure the most powerful spell against the knockoff sellers. The cease and desist. Okay. I feel like this one is either smarts or creativity. So I want to instill the fear of God in them. You quickly write a script for your friends to act out. Ah, me. All the young Greeks want statues of Aphrodite, but these hands were made to sculpt bulging biceps and tiny penises. What's a poor sculptor to do? I know. I'll produce a knockoff, made with cheaper materials. That way I can make them faster and sell them at a lower price. Behold my mediocre opus. She's so cute, and as she honked, 1 second. That one was better.
Honk honk, I'm a statue.
Statues don't talk.
Knockoff statues do.
You're beautiful. Doug. I love it. I love it so much. It feels very rose quartz. Ah, boo hiss. Oh no, it's the real Aphrodite, come to shame me for my hubris. Yes, and now I'm cursing you for sculpting such a hideous knockoff of my gorgeous self. I didn't mean it, April, you aren't hideous, I'm just following the script. Please still be my friend, please, please, please. Oh. Alas, alack, now I'll be hideous and unfuckable forever, all because I chose to offend a goddess with my art. Oh no, we better stop this before we become unfuckable too. Yeah, getting laid is the only reason I got into this knockoff figurine business. It's arguable that they were fuckable to begin with, but a success is a success. You gain +2 creativity but lose 2 smarts. I'm steadily becoming dumber. Also, we got an achievement for Doug, Goddess of Beauty, for that particular path. Amazing. Okay, so I really need to improve my smarts. Yes, let's go back there for another chat. You sit down to watch a post-mortem discussion of the game Domino. You learn that the first iteration had no pieces at all, which made playing quite difficult. The 7th iteration added the crucial rule that forbids eating your own pieces. An hour later, you know more about Domino than anyone in your age group, which actually isn't hard, but still, +2 smarts for you. Afterward, you're walking to the food trucks when you pass Doug carrying a boomerang, of all things. Hey, Stephanie, what do you think of my new boomerang? It's, certainly a boomerang. It sure is. I freaking love this thing. Boomeranging is going to be my passion from now on. Why? Because boomerangs are so cool. You throw them and they always come back to you. Watch, I'll show you. Doug throws the boomerang. It doesn't come back. Huh? I think I know what I did wrong. 1 sec. Doug goes to retrieve his boomerang. Okay, let's try this again. Return to me, my friend. Darn it. It's fine. 3rd time's a charm. I can do this. Is this boomerang broken or something? You can't watch Doug trudge back and forth to get the boomerang anymore. It's too sad. There must be an easier way to make it come back. Right, if found, please return to Doug on the boomerang. It'll mix the badassery of boomerangs with the wholesomeness of trusting people's kindness. Has he tried throwing it straight upwards? It's so much easier. I think the first one is really sweet. Let's go with that one.
Good thinking.
Oh, good idea. Should I add my last name and address too? Nah, you don't want to be the first guy to get doxed by a boomerang. Okay, but I'm at least going to glue a picture of myself on it so people know who I am. It's not like it's going to go so far that whoever picks it up can't see me from a distance. Doug writes the message and glues a picture of himself to the boomerang. Now let's try this one more time. Fly high, little guy! Doug throws the boomerang right into the open window of a moving bus. I mean, it was a really good throw, at least. It was, wasn't it? I just hope I didn't hit anyone. Well, you don't know can't hurt you. Want to get a snack? I'm starving. You and Doug head for the food trucks and get churros. You know, Stephanie, I've been thinking, maybe it's not so bad that I lost the boomerang. It wasn't that cool, right? Yeah, no, totally. In fact, I was thinking... Hey, you there. You're Doug, right? I found your boomerang. Who are you? I like your character design. You're hot. You did? Thank you so much. Where'd you find it? It hit me in the head while I was on the bus. At first I was pissed, but then the boomerang and I went on this crazy misadventure and, well, I won't bore you with the details. The point is, I went searching for its owner, and I finally found you. Take good care of this thing, okay? It's a keeper. Sorry. Excuse me. All this talking sucks the oxygen from my brain. I will. Thanks again. Have a great day.
Whoa.
Can you
So cool.
Can you believe it, Stephanie? This must be a sign that I'm destined to be a boomerang master after all. Looks like this boomerang fixation won't be off the menu anytime soon. At least you get +2 charm for helping Doug, but you also lose 2 smarts. Why? I'm not that dumb, okay?
Let's go.
Okay, I'll try to start making some more smart decisions. Easier said than done, though. Okay, let's improve my creativity, though. You're chilling in your hotel room and decide to browse the room service list. Wow, they have all sorts of kinds. 6-pack of beer, lots of shoelaces, even the very concept of creativity. Huh, that last one is expensive, but since money isn't a stat anymore, it'll be a net gain, stat-wise. Shortly after, someone brings your +2 creativity and several shoelaces. Imagine all you can do with all this. Suddenly, you, Liam, and Doug are in the area of the con you've never seen before. It's very dimly lit. You hear screams in the distance, and... is that blood on the floor? What are we doing here, Liam? I thought you were taking me into the merch hall. Huh, as if the merch hall even knew the mustachioed merman gacha collection. No, we could only find it here. But this place isn't even on the con map. Look, it says "Do not enter," and it's covered with a skull and crossbones sign. That's meant to scare away the amateurs. If you know where to turn and whom to ask, there's a whole black market for things that seem impossible to find. Alright, so who do we ask? Every time I make eye contact with somebody, they make a throat-slitting gesture. Come on, Doug. They're more scared of you than you are of them. Oh, good. They must be terrified, then. Here, I'll show you. Excuse me, sir. What do you want, wimp? I'm looking for a certain mustachioed man, and I'd be willing to pay to meet him. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, as they say. You hitting on me? Get ready to kiss the barrel of my gun, you purple wuss. Guess my street lingo is a little rusty. Come on, Doug, show your volunteer badge with pride. That will show them not to mess with us.
Doug, con volunteer.
Okay, look, I'm an official con volunteer. Oh, so you're Nox! Well, you clearly did the right thing coming with Liam and Doug. That way you'll be able to say goodbye when they get killed. Then again, you might get killed too. And what's worse, you will never find the mustachioed merman. Quick, teach these two some street smarts before the street kills them. Rent the Con Underbelly audio tour to learn some facts about the history of the black market and how not to die in it. Pretend to be black market critics who are writing a review for Shady Businesses Monthly. Everyone will be nice to you to try and get a 5-star score. That second one feels more creativity. The first one feels more smarts, like you're gaining smarts from the audio tour, so let's try that one. Also, I look like a ghost again, so let's fix that. Hey, that's better. Also, think like this. When making a friend that you're close to, you're kind of putting your brain cells together. She's sharing with Doug. I'm sharing my brain cells with Doug. And together we make one person with a passing IQ. Okay, let's rent the Con Underbelly audio tour and learn some facts. You whisk your friends away and rent 3 Con Underbelly audio guides. Seems the black market can afford a really good tourist info spot. The 3 of you put on your headphones and start walking. Welcome to the official Con Underbelly audio tour. You will learn about the darkest corners of the con, and hopefully leave happy and alive. If you look to your left, you'll see one of the hottest murder spots in the area, the Sharp Spot. Its pitch black shadows and sound isolation have turned it into a classic crime scene. In fact, someone is probably getting stabbed there right now. It's true! Liam, make a cute face for the camera. A couple of blocks ahead, you'll see rotting wreck, the most famous corpse in the underbelly. He's been lying unclaimed for years. Poor guy. Nobody claimed him. Nah, yeah. And there's also the fact that he got murdered. Over the years, it has become a charming landmark and a classic meeting place thanks to its distinct smell. Isn't that nice? He found a purpose in life. Let's take a selfie with him. To your right, you'll see Shady Sean, the go-to guy for smuggled goods and freshly extracted liver. Talk to him if you want a souvenir. Ooh, Liam, can we stop and buy a souvenir? I suspect the souvenir is a bullet hole, Doug. On the other hand, he might know about the gacha. And what do you know? He does! You buy the mustachioed merman in exchange for a liver. You volunteer as a donor because you're feeling generous, plus it'll grow back. Probably. You gain +2 smarts from enjoying some tourism, but lose 2 creativity and 1 liver. That is fine, I will learn to liver with it. Ha 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 ha. Like, speaking of conventions, because some people in chat have said, like, oh, I haven't had the chance to go to any conventions yet. This also, I think I talked about it last stream. Look around of what general interests are. Like, if you're interested in, like, horror movies or anime or whatever have you, look to see if there's smaller conventions happening in your area. Last year, I was invited to go to a horror convention by a friend of mine that I made through an acting job. And very, very sweet guy. He kind of co-runs the convention with some of his friends. It was very much mostly retired people, mostly men who were interested in horror. And so it was mostly a lot of people were 50 plus, but there was a couple of young people as well. And it was just a really small convention. There was maybe 5 sellers who were selling things like DVDs, movie posters, horror movie merch, comic books, and like limited edition prints and like autographed pictures and stuff like that. And it was being held at a movie cinema, and so they just booked out a cinema room for the day, and they just had vendors around that, and then they just had a regular they had a lineup of horror movies. Most of them were classic horror movies, as well as like some early 2000s kind of underground or more like cult classic UK horror films. And it was honestly really, really a lot of fun. I didn't end up really talking with a lot of people. I didn't end up buying anything, but I sat down and I watched a couple of movies. I got to chat with my friend and then I left. But it was really fun. I got to sit down and I watched a Christopher Lee as Dracula horror movie on the big screen. It was a lot of fun. Really, really good. And then I got to see a movie that I'd never even heard of before, but it was an early 2000s, very small budget vampire movie where it was mostly just shots of the lead actress in a leather catsuit, and 50% of the film was like her hissing at the camera dramatically, while also it was just kind of angled male gazy towards like her zip down catsuit. But honestly, it was the early 2000s. She was there giving a bit of a talk about her involvement in the film and stuff like that, and they all had a lot of fun making it, and it was clear in the movie it wasn't really taking itself seriously, so I had a good old time. So honestly, like, look for small cons that may be happening in your local area, because if they get enough support, then they might be able to move into doing bigger conventions in the future. Honestly, I won't talk about, like, brony culture, but there's so many, like, smaller cons that happened because of, like, a renewed interest in My Little Pony that then grew into bigger and bigger and bigger things, and they became these amazing events for the community and for a lot of furries as well. Like, I'm not even going to get started on how incredible the furry community is when it comes to organizing small conventions that grow into huge, like, community meetups and stuff like that. But just find what your passions are and then see them as great opportunities to make new friends, to support small artists and other businesses and stuff like that. Sorry, maybe it's the accent. Furry communities, F-U-R-R-Y. like fursuiters and stuff like that. Sorry. But yes, the furry community is amazing at organizing like incredible conventions and stuff like that. So it all depends on what your interests are, but support small cons, and like they attract a lot of local vendors and businesses. Sometimes they'll do charity funds and stuff like that. They're just really, really cool things. Okay. Let's see. Ideally, I would want to improve my smarts or creativity. What else am I running low on? Pretty good for boldness and fun. My boldness, my fun, and my charm are all even across the playing field. But, I haven't gone here for a while, so let's go here. You're feeling lucky, so you enter a Poker 2 tournament. These nerds sure do play hard. You get a royal flush, which would be great if one of the other players didn't play Zakrant, commander of the Nether Galaxy. Luckily for you, had a helmet of chaos up your sleeve. You equip it on your royal flush and beat the shit out of Zakrant. Heck yeah. All this nonsense makes gambling at least +2 fun. Hey, Satya, how's it going? Welcome back. Later, Omen and Doug are fulfilling some con volunteer hours by officiating the Pokemon's trading card game tournament. You and Liam are also there. Liam because he loves correcting people on rules. You because it's increasingly clear that you're only at this con to hang around with your hot friends. Hey, we're wrapping up the final match now. Will one of you go get the trophy? What trophy? The one I gave you this morning. Oh, I thought you were awarding that trophy specifically to me. Why would I give you a trophy? I don't know. Best volunteer and best omen were my best guesses.
Nice.
Oh, those are great guesses. Indeed. Maybe the trophy was for best guesser. It wasn't. It was the trophy for the winner of this tournament. Go grab it. The award ceremony should start any minute. We may have a problem. What's wrong? You see, I did that thing. What do you call it nowadays? I did a pawn to the trophy.
What?
Why would you pawn the trophy? It was my trophy. I'll do what I want. It was never your trophy. Well, it definitely isn't now that I pawned it.
Crap.
Stephanie, it'd be great if you could think of something to award the winner before our manager hears about this. Okay, so ideally something smarts or creativity. Award them what all professional gamers seek. A coupon for parental approval of their life choices. Or give them a drinking glass. Trophies are a very insufficient container for liquids anyway. I don't know what stats these would fall under. Oh, take care, Mike. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You have a great night, okay? Okay. Debating on which one to go with. More than what all professional gamers seek. Maybe this one would be charm. I think this one might be charm because it has to do with like personal relationships. So in that case, I want to go with this one, maybe. Maybe. Later at the con banquet, all the various tournament winners are boasting about their epic, needlessly enormous trophies. Here's my trophy. Ha ha ha, the rest of the winners jeer. You think your stupid wine glass can compare to our trophies? That's pathetic. Go home, loser. A waiter comes by to bring everyone wine. Pour wine into my big, amazing trophy, says one winner, so I can really taste the victory. You watch the tournament winners fill their huge trophies with wine and struggle tremendously to drink it. Yikes, that's a lot of cut lips. Who knew unbuffed metal would make such a crummy drinking cup? This must be one of those stupid status symbols I don't understand. At least the Pokemon's winner drinking wine out of her wine glass looks elegant and normal.
How ironic.
Oh, so ironic. In a way, with her humble glass, she became the true winner of the banquet. Isn't that the ultimate trophy? Then that means we're also winners because we're using regular glasses and we got the manager to leave us alone. Once again, everything comes up Omen. But it was Stephanie's idea. Yes, but had I not lost the trophy in the first place, we would never have tasted this sweet victory. No need to thank me. You all drink some wine out of your practical glass mini trophies. You gain +2 smarts and lose 2 charm. Okay, cool, I'm fine with that.
Let's set this con on fire.
Okay, what should I improve next? Why don't I improve my charm at the merch hall again? Near the merch hall, you find a gacha shop. You put in a coin and you get a cool, a real buff duck. Random, but cool. Oh, thanks for the stretch check. Thank you. Hang on. My hair's getting in the way. You put in another coin, you open the gacha and there's a letter? Please help us. We buff ducks were imprisoned in these balls by gacha masters centuries ago. It all began when... And you're already bored. You get another gacha ball and it's another buff duck. Cool, take +2 charm. You, Doug, and Nico decide to visit Liam's yaoi stand. You arrive to find him looking troubled. Sorry, buff wife is buff. He's so pretty. They're so pretty. Oh, you're beautiful. I'm so sorry for this. What's wrong, Liam senpai? Usually being surrounded by all these Bishonen puts you in a good mood. Yes, drawing pretty boys in the throes of passion usually fulfills me, but I worry I've been doing it for too long now. I'm a man of many hobbies, and I don't like to get stuck in one for too long. Perhaps this yaoi thing has run its course. Oh, don't quit now. You'd miss yaoi, and yaoi would miss you. Doug picks up an explicit drawing and holds it in front of his face, talking in a silly voice. Look, Liam, I'm your buddy, Mr. Croc. Think of all the fun times we've had together. Don't get tired of me. Ooh, character work. Let me help. I'll be Mr. Butthole. I'd rather you didn't. Hi, Mr. Croc. What a handsome shaft you have. Let's be friends. Special friends. Nico and Doug make their pictures of Mr. Cock and Mr. Butthole kiss with loud smoochy noises. A nearby mother drags her child away.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm really feeling like giving up yaoi is the right move here. No, Liam can't give up his sexiest hobby. Make him see sense. Get Liam into a series of objectively terrible hobbies so he can regain appreciation for yaoi. Or try a new medium. Direct the first ever live-action yaoi movie. That second one is wild. I'm scared to click that. That second one could be creatively inclined. But I think the first one might be more towards smarts with picking up objectively terrible hobbies. So let's go with that one. Plot twist. Try Yuri. Just throwing it out there. Maybe you can like gender swap your interests and have a whole new world of appreciation.
That's an awful idea.
That sounds tedious and unpleasant. Which is exactly the point. Exploring those rotten hobbies will make you realize that only you can bring your beautiful yaoi into the world. First hobby on the list, cleaning public toilets. Isn't this more of a job? Yes, but you're not getting paid to do it, which makes it a hobby. What? Next hobby, scamming the elderly. I can only pay my medical bills with gift cards. I guess that's fine. Do you know if they found a kidney donor for me yet? This feels dirtier than cleaning toilets. Next hobby, That's a word. Harry Jasozalik. The Basque sport of lifting heavy rocks.
So authentic.
Now this sounds truly interesting. An obscure, culturally significant sport from a small region in a remote corner of the Iberian Peninsula. I may have found my true calling. Liam squats and grabs a heavy rock. The rock doesn't budge. I think you're supposed to lift it, Liam. I know, just give me some time. Liam, you're doing it wrong. The rock goes up. That's where I'm taking it. Quit giving me advice. But you're hurting yourself, and you're probably hurting the rock's feelings too. You clearly suck at this. Why don't you just get back to Yowie? No, this is my new hobby now. I may not have Basque rock lifters' strong arms, or the sinewy muscles, or tight, shapely butts, or... Quick, give me a pencil and a drawing pad. I need to draw this. Look at that, Nico. Liam is drawing Yowie again. And it's all thanks to the power of rocks. Liam returns to his Yowie stand, filled with renewed vigor for his hobby and a Basque-themed project in the works. You lose 2 creativity, but gain +2 fun from watching Liam try and fail his other hobbies.
Yay!
Oh, shopping time! With my favorite Tumblr, Sexy Man. Okay, screw it, I'm giving him an Alistair voice. Welcome back, dollface. You know the drill. Choose blindingly and choose wisely. Okay. My creativity could use something. So, Doll Daniel does nothing. Do literally nothing. Stats, but now they're people, is based on the stat icons from a popular video game, Human Prom. Slight effects on people's stats. These figurines are said to have non-slight effects on people's stats. Want to test your fortune? Buff bugs. Big effects on stats. I think last time we did landmarks in love. And then that meant one of the locations got a bit of a boost for certain stats. My weird little village said the curse that may have profoundly impact your own self or the ones you're trying to romance. Major Arcana, No Mercy. It has some of the best characters from the hit anime of the same name. These figurines are all about sound and video for some reason. Ooh. I kind of want to choose that one and see what happens, because all the rest of these either affect my stats or different relationships. Yeah, I want to see what happens with Major Arcana, No Mercy. Come on. What is it? The Emperor. During your turn, this item changes all the sound effects. Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? Thank you, come again, etc. Next!
Ooh, another awesome idea.
Can you guess what time it is? Yeah, it's comic time. Time to brainstorm. What is the one feature you always look for when you buy a robot from the robot store? Okay, I kind of want to improve my creativity and my smarts. So, A metal cock that also serves as a deadly projectile. The refined sense of humor so typical of robots. Free internet access or a vast knowledge of flower symbology. I want to improve my smarts. Let's go with that one. What's a killer name for a cat? Saturn, Douglas, fearsome king of the moon, Sun's secret sweet caramel core, or Big Mustard? If someone's actual cat is not named Big Mustard, I'm gonna be so disappointed. That is a top tier name for a cat. Big Mustard. Okay, something smart though. Oh, maybe just plain Saturn. Yeah. Okay, now my stats are looking a bit more even across the board. Hee. Okay, so it changes the sound effects. Cute. What do I need to improve? My smarts and my creativity. So... I think last time I went with smarts first. Let's go with creativity first and jump back to the hotel. Hang on. Nope, I'm not doing it right. There we go. You're in front of the hotel, wasting time. A taxi stops right in front of you, because why else would you be standing there doing nothing? You're too embarrassed to tell the driver, so you get in and he takes you for a ride. Wow, this city is great. Skyscrapers, several neoplasticism museums, suspicious holes in the ground. No wonder they set up the con here. This truly is one of the top cities worldwide. Too bad these aren't locations in the game, so there's no art of them, but you can imagine them in your head and gain +2 creativity in the process. You hear a group of angry protesters chanting outside the con. You, Zoe, Liam and Doug get closer because your nosiness knows no bounds. Weebs, nerds, get back to your herd. Nerds, weebs, we don't want you here. What's going on here? Dear viewers, we stand in front of the MonsterCon, which has attracted a considerable number of self-proclaimed nerds to our city. Several concerned citizens have come out into the streets, protesting about the danger that these strange creatures pose to our society. Who are you calling strange creature? I'm merely a centuries-old vampire with occasional shape-shifting abilities. I'm sorry if I offended you. I merely state the facts as I get them, and I got them from the protesters first. Well, those facts are a load of crap. I may have several mouths and reality-distorting powers, but I'm not dangerous. That's not true, a demonstrator interrupts. Nerds will end society as we know it. According to the blogs I read, they never have sex. No, we've just got standards. There's a difference.
Some of us do.
Yes, some. Well, that's even worse because you're gonna fill the nerd world with nerd babies. Pretty soon the entire population will look weird like you. I'd much rather have like 1,000 nerdy babies than some weird you not being allowed to breed and fucking weirdos. Well, not to have babies, but like making them is a whole other thing, I agree. Interesting. Tell me more about this nerd replacement theory.
If you keep writing bullshit, I'm gonna replace you.
See? She's threatening you with violence! Never mind, Zoe. It's pointless to try to convince them. We can only fight against this pack of lies with even more persuasive lies. Oh, Stephanie's an expert at making up facts. Go ahead, show them. Okay. Phantom culture has produced more art and fiction in the last 10 years than the 18th and 19th centuries combined. You know what? That actually would not surprise me. That kind of wouldn't surprise me if that was actually true. Weebs and nerds are uniquely good at taming tarantulas. They are the only thing standing between us and the tarantula-controlled society. I think I want to go with this one. This top one, yes. Also, hi Greenlight Ring, welcome back! Is that true? Of course. Dickens may have written 15 novels, but his efforts pale in comparison to the 14 million works available on fanfiction sites like AO4. That is painfully true.
Exactly. Check out this user, Cerulean Blood AB. They've written 63 fanfics, and the longest one is 86 chapters long.
But quality trumps quantity. I've never read Dickens, but I'm sure he's way better than that nerd. Let's read the summary of one of their fics. This human is on fire, a Dragon Heat / Pokemon crossover. Kevin Bleacher was a promising quarterback in college, but a severe injury forced him to abandon his dreams and left him impotent in more than one sense. He injured his dick? See, fanfics can also tackle relatable issues. But everything changes when Kevin is captured by Harold McDonald, a fiery hot dragon who will use him in illegal human street fights. Never mind. Little by little, with Harold's help, Kevin will recover the will to fight. And fuck. This sounds like the premise of Dick Fight Island. Which is an actual manga. The guy fucks a dragon? Keep reading. I love that response of like, oh, that's awful! That's disgusting! How could they write that? Keep reading. Like, I didn't say stop.
I thought you were protesting.
There's always time for that. I want to know how this ends first. You saved nerd culture thanks to a horny-ass fanfic. You win +2 creativity but lose 2 boldness. That is fine with me. I mean, fun fact, the first Z to include Emperor fan art was in the 70s. I think may have been earlier. Spurk Science, so chase your dreams. Absolutely, absolutely. Write what stirs your passions. Even if it's wonderful things like Empreg and Omegaverse stuff, or you just really like feet and you write hundreds of thousands of words about feet. So long as it's not harming you or anyone else, go for it. Well, I'm sorry, that is an actual manga? Yes, it is. I've seen it in person at cons. Okay. So what do I need to improve next? Let's improve my smarts next, I think. You sit down to watch a panel on how to break the ice and make friends at cons. The panelist admits they have no idea. They've hoped hosting a panel would force them into being more social. What an honest fella. During the Q&A, a group asked the panelists if they want to join them for some dinner and drinks. It did work. You gained +2 smarts for learning this cool trick to break ice. Next year, you may host a panel yourself. Get ready to become one of April's fools because you, Liam, and Doug are going to see your clown friend in concert on the main stage. Woohoo! I can't wait to see April on stage. I'm so gonna look up to her, literally. We'll see how it goes. Come on, Liam, aren't you excited? She's gonna be on a stage. That's like 6 inches higher than anybody. More than height, April needs everyone's full support. An idol is only as good as her audience. But I'm an audience, and I'm not as good as her. Oh crap, what if these people aren't so good either? Let's test it. Hey you with the glow sticks, show us your moves. April's fans start flailing their arms like a bunch of deflated air dancers. Just as I suspected, these people have no coordination whatsoever. This is terrible! April's gonna crash and burn! She'll lose her private plane and she'll have to ride on my moped! April doesn't have a private plane? Wait, Doug, you majestically dumb genius? Thanks. A few minutes later, the 3 of you are at the airport, talking to a bunch of aircraft marshalers. And that's why you should come to April's concert, Mr. Air Marshal Union Rep. Oh, look, it's not the first time some kids have told us to go dance at a concert. Really? Yeah, glowstick concert goers think we're hot shit. But much as we'd like to help you, we don't really feel like it. It's obvious these guys need a little push. Stephanie convinced them to help you. Appeal directly to their taste by composing a couple pretty songs about airplanes for the concert set list, or tell them if they help you, you will take some of their workload by helping 2 or 3 planes land. I feel like that one is creativity. I kind of want to see how badly I can fuck that up, but you know what? I'm gonna flex those creative muscles. Oh, so you're telling me this April likes airplanes? Sure, she has tons of songs about them. Finally, it's high time a pop singer mined the artistic potential of airplanes. Pack up your wands, boys, we're leaving. A little later, you visit April in her dressing room as she's getting ready to go on stage. Break a leg, April. Oh, and before you go on stage, there's something we'd like to tell you. Yeah, we have great news. You have to include these airplane-themed songs in your set list. What? No time for questions, it's showtime. April goes on stage and starts singing as the aircraft marshals guide the audience.
Thanks, everyone. I have some new songs for you. They were written by some very good friends of mine, so remember who to blame. When I want to get away from all the pain, I jump inside an Airbus A380 airplane. Look, Liam, the audience is moving their glow sticks in sync. Now it all hinges on one question. Will the audience finally appreciate my poetry? There's only 2 things that take me to heaven. Your love and the wings of a Boeing 747. The crowd goes absolutely wild, Doug and Liam included. Pretty soon everyone is singing along. You can take all my money, but baby please, don't take away my 4-engine Lockheed C-130 Hercules. After the concert, you meet the aircraft marshals outside.
Thank you guys. Your professional sick moves saved the show. No need to thank us. If anything, we're grateful to April for shedding some light on the beauty of aircraft. Anyway, our job here is done. Aircraft marshalers, away! The aircraft marshalers lift their wands and fly away. The fuck, they can fly? Of course they can. How else will they know how to speak to airplanes? You know what? Sure. We'll go with that. That was something. Anyway, your airplane-themed songs net you +2 creativity, but you lose 2 charm. That is fine with me. Okay, I'm actually kind of running a little low on boldness, so why don't we go back into the main hall? You're strutting down the lobby, proud of your amazing cosplay. A kid approaches you.
Can I have your autograph, please?
Oh, you have a little fan. You hand him an autograph. The kid yells,
Who is Stephanie?
He leaves crying as he realizes his favorite character is not real. Oops, forgot to stay in character. You gain +2 boldness for being a ruthless person who just shattered someone's dreams. Yay! Later, you and your friends are doing the modern equivalent of socializing, sitting around silently scrolling on your phones. It's called parallel play, and it's very popular among the neurodivergent. There's nothing wrong with it. When a new phone gets shoved in your face. Oh, it's you. Yo, it's your boy Riz, live at SpookyCon, and I'm here with famous idol and my future ex-wife, April 1st. April, babe, want to give a shout out to my 3.6 million fans? Don't be shy.
Sorry, but I can't appear on unmoderated streams without my agency's approval.
Don't worry, I got my boy Fat Nuts Nation moderating chat right now. He says he wants to see your honkers. Can you give us a honk honk? Come on! Kill him with fire. Mr. Riz, was it? Sorry, but you're kind of sitting on my chair. And also my body. Dude, what? I thought you were just a really sticky beanbag chair. Anyway, I'm guessing you've got, what, 15 subscribers at least? What? No, I don't stream. I don't have any subscribers. Then make like a chair and shut the fuck up, alright? The hot people are talking. Well, I think I speak for us all when I say that this man's vibes are atrocious. Can I stab him? Excuse me. No, Omen, you can't solve all of your problems with stabbing. I beg to differ.
Yeah, come on, let's stab him. Stabbing's fun for all ages. Not true! Stabbing should only be performed with a responsible adult.
Look, he's a banshee, which is a type of ghost. Stabbing him wouldn't even harm him. This is a great teachable moment for Omen, everyone. How can we solve this problem without stabbing? So stabbing him officially is off the table? Damn. Better think of some other way to get the streamer to go away. Use the biggest streamer repellent, Liam reading freeform poetry, or borrow Omen's knife. Stab him with another knife. Omen's knife will die and become a ghost knife. Proceed to ghost stab the banshee. I'm not sure if that one would be smart, but I kind of want to see what happens with this one. Great plan. You grab Omen's knife. Hey, that's my knife. I'll kill you if I had another knife. Good point. You need another knife to pull this off. Maybe you'll find one in April's purse. That girl has everything.
Stephanie, wait!
You find 2 wallets, a lipstick palette, a bra, a finger. Is this a gun? And finally, a serrated knife. You stab Omen's knife with it. No! You stab the banshee with the spirit of Omen's knife. It kind of feels like stabbing cold butter with even colder butter. A stab wound? R.I.P. me, but hey, these are the risks you take to live and unalive of hot takes and streaming fame. Smell you later. Good thinking, Stephanie. That was so inventive that it almost makes up for the fact that you stabbed someone.
Yeah, that was actually really nice of you. Thanks for getting rid of that guy for me.
But if you ever meddle in my purse again,
You'll find out just how many weapons this thing can hold. Capiche?
Are you okay, Omen? My poor knife. I think I understand now why stabbing people is bad. She's learning. I'm so proud of her. Sorry you had to find out this way. You all go outside to hold an impromptu funeral for Omen's knife. It's very emotional. You gain +2 boldness but lose 2 creativity. Okay. What am I running low on? Either community zone or merch hole. I can use I can improve my charm a little bit. Let's go to the merch hall. You find some teenagers selling their own fanzines. Oh, so cute. You check them out and they are awful. As far as you remember, you had better taste when you were their age. To show them how it's done, you make your own zine right in front of them. What a mentor! You leave it on their stand so they can sell it. They don't seem to like you, but that awesome zine you made nets you +2 charm. You're walking around the merch hall with your friends when you realize Doug's lagging behind the rest of the group. You look back and see him staring fondly at a dakimakura of Junko Onishima from the Dungeon Monster franchise. Oh, and she's wearing a hoodie so she's a bit more nondescript and she can walk around the con. That's cute.
Ooh, are you thinking about buying a waifu pillow? Nice. I'm more of a Chaiki stan myself, but Junko's cool too.
I don't know. I really like it, but I guess I'm worried about what people will say.
They'll say, wow, dude, that's an awesome dakimakura. I wish I had one just like it. Or maybe one with Chikai on it because she's the best girl.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll say, Doug's so lame. Why'd he waste his money on that when he could have bought insurance? Or whatever regular people spend money on.
Who cares what regular people think? People who don't have a collection of horny dakimakuras are the real weirdos.
Zoe's right. Never let the fear of a plebeian's judgment stop you from making a sound investment in a dakimakura. Anime is a cultural touchstone of modern media. Why shouldn't you honor it in the form of a beautiful drawing of a woman that you can hold at night? All so true. There's nothing wrong with dakimakuras, okay?
Yeah, don't worry, Doug. The coolest thing you can be is yourself.
Not that I know anything about what that's like.
Pretend you didn't hear that.
Oh, I really appreciate your support, but I still don't know. Poor Doug. A con is the last place he should feel insecure about making a weeby purchase. He won't get the dakimakura unless he thinks he can justify it. Maybe if you help him think of an excuse for owning it, he'll be brave enough to buy it. Absolutely. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I am EB. Tell people the dakimakura is a cursed object that contains the soul of your loved one, and you're still figuring out how to get them out of their soft, cushy cage. Dakimakuras are the ultimate weapon in a pillow fight. Their length means bigger blows, and the sexy character is just a diversion to make the opponent horny. I kind of like the second one. I want to go with the second one, I think. I don't know what the top one would be. Maybe that's smarts or creativity. This one feels more boldness, and I could do with a bit more boldness. Let's go with that. Ultimate weapon in pillow fights. Honestly, not a bad idea. It just makes a logical sort of sense.
OMG, y'all, we have to have a dakimakura pillow fight at my place sometime.
Okay, I'm in. I'm gonna buy the dakimakura. Come to me, Junko. Time skip to Thanksgiving Day, which I guess we celebrate here in Monstropolis for some reason. Doug's aunt arrives and immediately starts fussing over her nephew. Doug, your dad told me you got in a fight. What happened? Were you hurt? Don't worry, Aunt Deb. I'm okay. No one else could even touch me. Well, it's still not good for you to be getting into fights. What kind of example are you setting for your son, Dave? Hey, there's no harm in encouraging my boy to defend himself. Besides, Dougie brought a hell of a weapon to the fight. In fact, let me go get it.
That is a pillow.
Actually, it's a limited edition Junko Onishima Dakimakura from Dungeon Monster 3. You can't find her in that bikini in just any old store. It's the perfect weapon, strong and blunt like me. As soon as your opponent's distracted by the cartoon woman's generous figure, bam!
Okay, but I still don't understand. Doug brought a pillow to a fight, and he won?
Well, what else was he supposed to bring to a pillow fight? A gun? Be serious, Deb. Doug looks at you and gives you a grateful wink. Yeah, you're there too, don't question it. You gain +2 boldness but lose 2 charm. That's fine with me. Ooh, another full con day, yes. Okay. I need to improve my smarts again, so let's head back over to the main stage. You go to the main stage to watch a panel on how to make a successful comic. Step 1, good artist copy, great artist steal. Seems easy enough. There are lots of great comics out there that to steal from, like Spider-Man. Step 2, write what you know. You know plenty about Spider-Man. The future of your comic looks bright. Step 3, add a shark. Sharks are cool. Well, shit, you don't know all that much about sharks. More research will be needed. Still, maybe there's a Spider Shark comic by Stephanie in the future. You gain +2 smarts from all you've learned. Lady, you're sitting around thinking about Doug, as you often do. What was up with his sudden boomerang fixation? Hopefully that hype has died by now. Hey Stephanie, I'm glad I ran into you. Are you free right now? Yes, why? Because I want to take you on a date? To the annual SpookyCon meetup for boomerang enthusiasts. Fuck. Why is there a boomerang meetup at a con all about nerd culture? I wonder that myself. It seems weird since so many nerds are uncool, and boomerangs are the pinnacle of coolness. Sure, that's what you meant. Anyway, do you want to go with me? I get nervous around new people, so it'd be nice if I was there with someone I already like. He likes us! Oh, he's too cute to refuse. You follow him to the dumb boomerang meetup. Whoa, this is amazing! I never thought I'd be in the presence of so many designer boomerangs. Neither did I, to be totally honest. Really hope these people like me. I'm only an amateur boomerang expert. They've got to be like experts. Actually, they all look as wide-eyed and wet-eared as Doug, throwing their boomerangs and doing the walk of shame to go retrieve them. Still, Doug clearly needs a confidence boost right now, so why don't you give him a tip on how to impress his fellow boomerang dorks? Okay. Introduce yourself by yelling boom-erang. Everyone loves a good catchphrase. Get another boomerang. Nobody else here has 2 boomerangs. Okay, that top one feels more boldness. The second one maybe feels more smarts. So let's go with that one. Oh, thank you for the hydrate check, Satya. Much appreciated. That's perfect. And to think Liam said it was a waste of money for me to get a backup boomerang. I sure showed him. You watch Doug approach the other enthusiasts with a boomerang in each hand. Oh, thank you so much for redeeming our first Pick My Voice of the evening, Sofiak. Thank you so much for requesting Mama Morena. I would be most delighted to, drop by and make sure all these wonderful kids are having a good time. Oh, my, this is certainly quite different from the kind of stuff that my kids are into, but oh, like all these beautiful young monsters, they're so sweet, and so glad to see them having a good time. Guys, my name's Doug. I'm pioneering a new frontier in boomerang enthusiasts. 2 boomerangs. Dude, that's awesome. I can't believe no one's ever thought to do that before. How does it work? Do you throw them both at the same time, or do you wait for one to come back before you throw the other one like a perpetual boomerang machine? Still refining the technique. First I gotta figure out how to throw them so they return, haha. Hey, no sweat. All of us started from the bottom. It takes hours of practice and dedication to be a real boomerang master. We're coming strong out the gate. 2 boomerangs? The future really is now. Oh, absolutely, I brought snacks. I brought a whole picnic basket full of treats. I gotta make sure that all these kids stay hydrated and they wear, sun protection and they make sure that having a wonderful time. Got snacks that everyone's gonna like. I got fruit, and I got little crispy things, and sweets, and I just want to make sure that everyone is safe and having so much fun. And I have to say, I like a big, strong guy with a thick ring in each hand. Oh shucks. Was that suggestive? That felt suggestive. Come here, Doug. You're one of us now. Let's work on your double boomerang technique. You're gonna be the envy of the boomerang forums. I'd love to. Look, Stephanie, I'm officially a boomerang guy. You're not totally stoked about that, but you gain +2 fun for helping Doug anyway. You also lose 2 creativity. Okay, so let's improve that creativity by heading on back here. Make sure everyone's staying. It's nice and safe and everyone's got their rooms at the hotel sorted. You're in the hotel room sewing your cosplay costume when you mistakenly sew it to the bed's blanket. You could unsew it, but that would mean admitting you made a mistake. So you decide to properly implement a blanket in the costume design and leave your dumb ego intact. Look at you, being a stubborn dum-dum. Here, have +2 creativity for such out-of-the-box thinking. You spot Zoe and Doug having a thoughtful conversation, so you decide to pop over and be nosy. Man, I wish I could be more popular, but it's hard to know how to even start talking to new people. It's easy. I usually just see whoever looks like they might have a weird choice that needs making and insert myself into the situation. We know. But what if I get it wrong? Social situations can be so hard to understand.
I get you. I actually used to have trouble figuring out that stuff myself when I was first adjusting to mortal life. Not to brag, but I'm actually pretty good at it by now. Good at it now, though. Maybe I can give you some tips?
Yes, please.
Okay, so one thing I realized puts people at ease is smiling a lot. You know why?
Because it shows you're friendly? See, I like them. I like them. They're sweet and they look like they give incredible hugs. I also have been known to give wonderful hugs as well. Oh, but he looks so soft and squishy and you can literally see his heart on his sleeve. It's adorable.
Because it shows off your teeth. Mortals find the presence of teeth reassuring, so I grew an extra set I can deploy when meeting new people.
Wow, that's smart. Sorry. Excuse me. But I can't grow extra teeth, I don't think. Maybe I could wear some sort of friendly tooth necklace instead?
That's perfect. Also, if you want to get closer to someone, try implanting false memories of you by being on their side for all their most emotional moments. That way, they'll see what a supportive friend you can be.
Oh, I see. Do you think photoshopping myself into their family pictures would work too?
Absolutely. You'll be as socially awesome as me in no time.
Zoe means well, but you've got to save Doug from the path she's leading him down. What actually good social trick can you suggest? Okay. You're more likely to be respected if you're considered popular. When you meet someone, say hi to random people around you. Doug only needs to become a pop star and win a Grammy. There's such an overlap between winning a Grammy and being popular that it can't be a coincidence. All those are wonderful things. But I quite like this one. Like, be charming, be polite to everyone around you. Let's go with that.
Does that really work?
For sure. Basically, if people think you have a lot of friends, then... Oh, hey, is that Brett? Yo, Brett. Oh, do you know that guy? I don't know. Do I? Ah, wow, that was really effective. I'll go try it out. You and Zoe hide while Doug tests this new technique on a stranger at a merch stand. Hello, I'm Doug. Are you enjoying the... Oh, wow, is that Brett? Hey, man. Wait, you know Brett? He's really called Brett? I mean, yes, of course. We're friends? Friends? Best friends, actually. Then you better tell that son of a bitch if we don't have our money by midnight, he'll be sleeping with the fishes. Capiche? Yep, I gotta go. Oh, take care, Satya. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Doug rushes back to you and Zoe. Oh my gosh, did you hear that? I did great!
You sure did. You looked so cool and confident shouting at that random guy, like a con celeb.
You still can't believe that guy really was called Brett. What are the odds? You lose 2 creativity and gain 2 charm. That's perfectly fine with me. We come to the end of that Pick My Voice. Thank you so much for requesting the wonderful Mama Morena. I am in need of water. Honestly, all the talking just sucks the oxygen from my brain and makes me yawn really badly. Okay. Let's see, community zone, the lobby, and the merch hall. Creativity, charm, and fun. Okay, my bonus is pretty strong, as is my fun, but my charm needs some work, so let's go there. You find a portrait artist at the Artist Alley. Apparently they can accurately portray your soul. You've always wondered what your soul looks like. Buff, small, and cute. Hey, maybe it's gingerhead. No, it's just you with a weird blue glow around you. But hey, that glow sure adds +2 charm to your looks. Sometime later, you, Doug, and Nico are checking out the indie game section of the showcase hall. And I can play the demo on your website? That's awesome, thanks so much. I'll say this, dear viewer. In a world rife with greed and misery, it's warmed this old detective's heart to see these indie games getting off the ground. I know, just look at all these awesome titles. Blind Drive, Spookware, Disc Room, Once Upon a Jester, Mussolina. Seriously, these are all incredible indie games. Go check them out. It's just a shame that games like this don't get the recognition they deserve. Doug, you got the answer already. We'll spread the word. We'll hit the pavement, use the grapevine, get the scuttlebutt around. Okay, let's scuttle that butt. Well, you gotta spend our resources wisely. Let's pick one game to spread the maximum word around about. Like that one. Hello, are you interested in trying Endless Runner number 79 working title? It's oodles of free-to-play fun. This is perfect. These devs are so desperate for players, they're giving away the game for free.
Excuse me, our company is not desperate. Our demo is #1 on the mindless clickers section of the App Store.
We make our money through copious invasive microtransactions. You know you want them. Fucking blood-sucking parasites. Pieces of shit. Although they are snatched to hell. I love them. That's so sad. Don't worry, we'll get the word out about you guys, and you'll be able to upgrade to macrotransactions soon. For some reason, it looks like this is the game your friends are most interested in promoting. So that's that. How will you get Endless Runner number 79 more recognition? Telling everyone sounds like a lot of work. Tell just one friend about the game 100 times. It's quantitatively the same thing. Tell everyone the app is actually spyware. Spies are cool. Everyone loves spies. Kind of want to do this one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Tell everyone the app's actually spyware. Spies are cool. Everyone loves spies. Oh, good idea. Spies are ultra cool.
We would prefer that you not spread the rumor that Endless Runner number 79 is spyware.
Especially when that claim is so unsubstantiated. Ha ha ha. Ah, I get it. You're still undercover. Don't worry, we won't tell. This hard-boiled detective is a tough egg to crack. 15 minutes later. Liam, did you know this game is actually spyware? Doesn't anyone say hello anymore? Hello, Liam. It's good to see you. I value our friendship very much, and because of that, I wanted to recommend you this game. The one with the spyware? Yeah, spies are awesome. The espionage, the hand-to-hand combat, the million-dollar suits. But you do know that having your information stolen by spyware is bad, right? Sure, but gosh, if anyone was gonna steal my information, I'd rather it be a sexy spy, wouldn't you? I'd rather not have my information stolen to begin with. The sad truth of this world, kid, is we can't always get what we want. Well, that's why I pickpocketed your phone and downloaded the game for you. My spy training's really paying off. What? You're being one satisfied customer down. Let's spread the word about the game to more folks. You leave Liam to work out which dark website his credit card number is on now. You've got a game to advertise. You gain +2 boldness and lose 2 charm. No, I was trying to improve my charm. Okay. One more thing. Actually, I might take a quick break just to stretch my legs and use the restroom, and I will be back in just a moment, my lovelies. We're over halfway. We have our second lunch date with Doug coming up, so I will see you guys in just a moment. So hang tight, do your own stretch check, grab a drink, and I'll be back momentarily. And we are back, my lovelies. Is my lighting messed up again? Hang on. That's a bit better. Yeah, let's go with that. Alrighty, so let us continue with more MonsterCon. Okay, what am I running low on? What was I gonna do? Was it community zone or the lobby? Fun or boldness? Both of them are pretty strong. Let's go to the community zone and have some more fun. You decide to attend a roundtable on roundtables. What a fascinating subject. You discuss the various circumferences of tables, rank building materials, and talk about famous knights that have sat around round tables of old. You also talk plenty of shit about square and rectangular tables. Fuck right angles. You gain +2 fun because circles are the most hilarious shape, am I right? You, Nico, and Liam go to watch Doug play in the competitive tarot tournament. Hopefully there's a win in his future. Oh my god, is that a Light Yagami cosplay? Oh, I love it. That is so cool. Best of luck to you, my friend. I confess I never much liked this game, but since you like it, I will pretend to care about it for your sake. Oh, thank you. Not to brag, but I won the Spooky Elementary Competitive Tarot Championship back in the day, so I think I've got this. Doug signs in, reviews the rules packet, and learns that he does not got this at all. Half my deck's not tournament legal. There's like 30 new keywords. There's a lunar phase of play now? What the fudge is that? A lunar phase is the apparent shape of the moon when the sun hits it at... I think it was a rhetorical question. Ah, well, don't worry, Doug. I've already tabulated the perfect plan to help you win. This can't be a battle of cards, but a battle of minds. And the mind is tested when you cheat. I mean, think outside the box. Oh, jeez, I don't think I could pull that off. Sure you can. Just know there's a bad boy inside you, waiting to be let out so he can cheat at a card game. Okay, maybe you're right. It's time for bad boy Doug to shine. Oh, baby, there's not a bad bone in your body, you sweetheart. Aren't you worried about getting disqualified? Nope, I have complete and total faith in Nico's strategy. Which is what exactly? It's, do you have any ideas, Stephanie? Okay, casually point a gun at Doug's opponent while he plays. That will surely distract them. Or teach Doug how to count cards. In movies, the people who know how to count cards always win. That first one seems more boldness, and that's already pretty strong for me. So I'm gonna teach him how to count cards. That could work. If you want to count cards, I recommend the high-low strategy. You just need to track the ratio of... Psh, nah, I'll teach you how to do it, Doug. I'm basically a card-counting expert. What? But I'm literally a card-counting expert. I can prove it if you... We don't have that kind of time. Nico, teach me your ways in 5 minutes or less. Nico spends 5 minutes teaching Doug how to count cards. When the first match begins, Doug intently watches his opponent play. After a long, tense pause... 6! She played 6 cards! That's right, buddy. It was 6 cards. I knew you could do it. Oh, God. That's not even how card counting works. You're supposed to... Shh, he's got this. Doug's a card counting prodigy. So, now what do I do? Play 7 cards! Why the hell would that help? Because 7 is more than 6, silly. It's undoubtedly a better strategy. It isn't. Doug loses the match. I don't get it. Where did I go wrong? When you listen to Nico instead of me. Maybe you miscounted. I thought you were right, but every monster makes mistakes. Oh. Don't be sad, buddy. Tell you what, we'll keep practicing, and next month we'll go to Las Vegas and get rich. Who's in? Heck yeah, I'm in. Sadly, I'm banned from most casinos for counting cards, though I guess I could give you pointers through an earpiece. Fuck yeah, Vegas trip. You gain +2 smarts for learning how to count cards, but lose 2 boldness. That's fine. Lunch date with Doug, perchance?
Fuck yeah, I'm starving.
Hey, Doug. Okay. Because he really likes buying merch of the things he's passionate about, I want to talk about supporting creators, which you can do on my Patreon or becoming a Twitch sub. Oh gosh, I love supporting the creators I admire in any way possible. That's sweet and all, but I don't know, Doug.
Yikes.
Knowing the amount of creators you admire and your overall financial situation... Stephanie, I have it all under control. The trick is just to trim down the expenses that aren't that essential. Like, do I really need an umbrella without holes? Mine is perfectly fine if I position it at just the right angle. Also, rain is like a free shower, so I'm already saving on water. So am I financially responsible or financially ingenious? He's so cute.
Jeez.
So I gotta understand, you haven't replaced your old umbrella, nor have you paid your water bill, right? April was running a charity stream. What was I supposed to do? Keep the money that you so clearly need?
Good thinking.
No way! I was supporting charity and my friend. It was a no-brainer. Dang. Well, at least the way you support Zoe doesn't entail you going broke. Which makes me think, how long have you been supporting her work for? Since the moment she started posting on AO4, I've admired every page she's written. She's like this infinite well of amazing ideas. Like, she can just get 3 characters from different fictions you love and throw them into the steamiest love triangle. And before you know, she's got you all like, how come I never saw it? These 3 were always meant to be.
Whoa.
It's simply mind-blowing. So becoming an internet sensation was never a matter of if, but when. Doug, you say the most beautiful things about your friends.
Aww.
It's just true. Well, Doug being the sweetest person alive is just true too. You ask him to show you other creators he supports. You in exchange show him some budgeting tips. Oh, baby. I feel very attacked like now. I'm more like Doug than I want to a bit. And
Greatest author ever.
honestly, out of our roster of love interests, Doug is like the most wholesome being. So wonderful, wonderful character to have to resonate with so deeply. And all of a sudden, it's time for the last brainstorming session of your comic. Where did the time go? Okay. My stats are pretty nice and even, but let's lean towards creativity and charm a little bit. What's a foolproof way to quickly annoy everyone at the city council meeting? Show off your walrus impersonation? Attempt to seduce the mayor? debut your stand-up comedy set, or voice your very knowledgeable opinions on mustard. Yet again. I'm going to attempt to seduce the man. Okay, what's the one new piece of technology that makes you yearn for the future to come? Bowel control automation system? Perceptors of aesthetics processor? AI-powered underwear? Or eyebrow management systems? That one feels more creativity, so let's go with that. Yay, there we go. Okay, we've only got one more full day here, and then it's down to the final count. Okay, so let's go with kicking things off at the hotel, and then we'll go for a talk. You head to the front desk of the hotel to ask for an extra towel. They give you one. You're drunk with power, so you decide to test how many extra towels you can ask for before they tell you to stop. You managed to get 14 extra towels. Huh, what can you do with this many towels? You only needed one. You decide to build a towel fort in your hotel room. You gain +2 creativity from such a magnificent architectural endeavor. So you're in the middle of a plot line, huh? I'm here to explain a small twist. Normally when choosing an option in an event, you will gain the stat associated with that option, and lose the stat associated with the other option, right? Hope you were paying attention to the other tutorials. Well, the last event of each plotline goes back to our classic stat threshold mechanic from previous games. What does this mean? In these events, each option is tied to a stat. You gotta guess which stat is tied to each option and then check your own stats, okay? Then if you want to succeed, you must choose the option tied to your highest stat of the two. If you choose right, congratulations, you'll be one step closer to getting a secret ending. But if you choose wrong, then you'll fail the event and the plotline will come to an end, preventing you from getting its secret ending. No pressure, right? Nothing else to say. Go for it, player. Oh god, I'm so sorry in advance. Afterwards, you get a text from Doug inviting you to an arcade. You're thrilled until you realize it won't be just the two of you. Yay, Stephanie's here! You remembered my boomerang friends, right? They've officially accepted me into their boomerang gang. Sup, noob, I'm sure you can boomerang, but can you boomerang? You gotta be at least level 5 boomeranger to chill with our gang. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but boomerangs aren't my thing. Oh, hey Doug, why the fuck did you invite this square? Let it go, dude. Once Doug's friend sees the awesome power our boomerangs wield, she'll be dying to be as cool as us. Sure. So what game should we play first? I'm a big fan of skee ball. That doesn't involve boomerangs. If we're gonna play it with our boomerangs, what the hell are we doing here? I was actually suggesting we play skee ball with our boomerangs. It's good target practice. Oh hell yeah! I'm going first. They threw their boomerang, completely missed the skee ball machine, and hit a child in the back of the head. I meant to do that. Not bad, but I bet I could trip the kid across the knees with my return throw. Watch and learn. Wait, let our new boomer bro take a shot. Think you can handle it, big guy? Yeah, of course, I can handle it. Everyone watch me assault this innocent child. God, these guys suck total ass. But Doug's too blinded by his desire to be cool to see it himself. That means you need to save him. Prove to Doug that he doesn't need to be a boomerang gang to be cool. Okay, so boldness or fun are my strongest skills. Make him realize the boomerang gang are shitty fake friends. Tell them Doug is moving and needs some help if they're not too busy. Put an end to this nonsense by calling the cops. Boomerangs are classified as a deadly weapon. This one feels more boldness, which is one of my strongest skills. But I worry that will also then get him in trouble. I think, like, all my stats are pretty strong. I don't feel like there's any one particular weak spot. I feel like I'm gonna go with this one, pointing out that his friends are shitty. Okay, because my charm's pretty strong. Say, Doug, you're moving tomorrow, right? Do you think your new friends here can help us pack up your stuff? Wait, I'm moving? I had no idea. I really need to get a planner or something. Well, can any of you help? Are you kidding? I can't move heavy boxes. I could injure my throwing arm and have to give up boomeranging for life. Sorry, I can't help either. I've got a big boomerang tournament that day. Yeah, definitely legit. And I've already got plans tomorrow. I'm gonna reorganize my boomerang collection by color. It'll take all day, you see. Oh, well, I guess that's okay. This non-boomerang related conversation is boring. Let's throw our boomerangs at cars on the bridge. They all leave. Doug stands beside you, looking crestfallen. Oh, baby. Oi, Doug. I got Stephanie's text about your big move tomorrow. I would be happy to help you with it. You would? Of course. With my ox-like strength, we should be done in an afternoon. How big is your fridge? I bet I could lift it with one hand. Come on, throw it at me. I can help too. It'll be a good chance to work on my future furniture salesman character. I don't suppose you have a wife I could have a torrid affair with. No, I'm afraid not. But I really appreciate your help. Of course, buddy. That's what friends are for. Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much. You give Doug a big hug and start frantically searching for a new apartment for him behind his back. You definitely didn't think any of the long-term logistics of this plan though, but it worked anyway, so you gain +2 charm. Yes. Okay, let's improve our smarts. You decide to watch a panel discussing fighting game archetypes. Your main goal is to determine which archetype you'd be. Are you a grappler or are you a zoner? By the end of the panel, you've realized... Hang on. Ow. Edge of my lipstick was getting to me. By the end of the panel, you realize you are the very rare lover, a highly ineffective archetype for fighting games. Makes sense. You are a better fit for a dating sim. You gain +2 smarts for achieving such self-awareness. Then you get a text from Doug asking you to play a video game with him. You two have gotten closer lately, so it's exciting to spend some one-on-one time together. Hey, honey. Hey, Stephanie. Sorry I texted you out of the blue. This was a completely spontaneous decision. By the way, the fridge is full of your favorite snacks, and I warmed up your PJs with the hairdryer so they're nice and comfy. You are so nice. Make yourself at home. I'm gonna go pick out the game. You can't help but notice that Doug is shaking like a bowl full of jelly. More than usual, even. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm just excited. I wanted to play these games with you for a while, and I just hope you like them. What games are they? Oh, well, they're multiplayer games that involve cooperation, mutual trust, and semi-nudity? Doug? What are you planning? Oh, baby boy, it's okay. Are they erotic or something? Kinda, but we don't have to play them. I've got other games if... No, I'm down. Let's play the sexy games. Really? Yay! I wanted you to have options, so I picked out a few games. Which one do you want to play? Okay, so... Ooh, yes, chef. A sexy co-op cooking simulator or Smash Your Bros. The sexy fighting game does look hilarious. But the cooking sim looks amazing. Oh, which one? Let's go with, ooh, yes, chef. Okay, cool. This game is kind of high intensity, but I'm sure it'll still be fun. 15 minutes later. The cream, Stephanie! The pies need more cream! I'm creaming as fast as I can! No, our customers are leaving! We're gonna get low score! Focus, Doug! You can't get performance anxiety now! We haven't even reached the climax of rush hour! I don't know, maybe I'm not as good a chef as I thought. I should just turn in my checkered apron and thong. Don't say that! You're a necessary part of this sexy bakery! You really think so? Yes, maybe you'd make a better top? What do you mean? How about you go to the top floor and churn the cream, and I'll go to the bottom floor and make the pies? Really? You'd... I'm so sorry. Really? You'd let me cream? Doug, it would be an honor to let you cream my pipes. God fucking damn it. Okay. You and Doug managed to turn a very sexy profit and your virtual bakery. You spend it all on +2 creativity and -2 boldness. Fuck yes, I love this game. Okay. I need to improve my boldness a little bit. Let's go to the lobby. You're tired from all the shenanigans at the con, but a severe case of FOMO prevents you from going back to the hotel. If you take a power nap here in the lobby, you'll be well rested and technically not miss out. Lots of people trip on you, but they say nothing as they imagine you sleeping in a cosplay performance referencing some movie or anime. You get some rest and +2 boldness from not giving a single fuck. Later, you're finally spending some one-on-one time with Doug at the merch hall, and it's going great, except for one thing. Everything is so friend-shaped. You've got no idea if this is a date or not. Hey, Stephanie, check out this giant slushie. I got 2 straws, so we should drink it together. Like, that's pretty date-like, right? And I also got a 3rd straw because this guy was behind me in the queue, and I didn't want him to feel left out, so I said he could join us. Hi. Not date-like. Later, the crowds in the merch hall are getting busy, and you nearly trip. Doug turns to offer his arm. Are you okay? Do you want to hold on so we don't get separated? Date-like! But then someone from the crowd speaks up. I'm worried about getting lost in this crowd too. And me, plus my foam tail keeps getting crushed. That's okay, you can take Stephanie's other arm, and we'll all form a chain to get through the crowd safely. It's a sweet thing that Doug is nice to everyone, but a sweaty stranger hanging off your arm doesn't help you figure out how he feels about you specifically. You know he likes you, but Doug likes everyone. You need to know if he likes you. There's got to be a saucy con activity you can do together that will really let you find out how he really feels. Okay, ask him to help you choose a dakimakura. It's the native version of lingerie shopping. That is painfully accurate, actually. Ask him to skinny dip in the con ball pit with you. Oh. Honestly, I'm pretty strong across everything. But I think a bonding experience is, especially because we had our dakimakura incident earlier, like, darling, help me choose a sexy anime person that I can snuggle up to at night, as well as you. You want to go dakimakura shopping with me? I'd love to. At the dakimakura stand, you soon discover Doug is something of an expert and has plenty of advice. It's really important to think about the personality of the dakimakura. Like, are you looking for shy, playful, seductive, defiant? You're sharing your bed with this pillow, so you want to get it right. It's also important to consider dimensions. I'm a big guy, so I usually go for the XL, but some might find that a bit too much to handle. Yes, please. I mean, I can handle big. Please. Oh, and another tip is to always try before you buy. Dakimakura stands usually have a testing bed in the back. Do you want to pick some for us to take back there? You do. You take a small selection to the testing bed and lay back in your sexiest pose to ask Doug what he thinks. Maybe try and move your arm over a bit more? Let the pillow support your weight. Actually, do you mind if I... Doug slides into the bed next to you and gently guides you into position around your dakimakura. Bring your knee up. Get in close. That's it. Ready to try by yourself? I don't know. Think you could keep guiding me a little longer? You only realize you're both fallen asleep with him basically spooning you when the irritated dakimakura stand owner kicks you out. Worth it. You gain +2 charm and lose 2 fun. I am fine with this. Okay. Last option. And just a heads up, because this was a longer game, I am going to be calling it a night at the end of the run. So just a heads up, we are getting towards the end of tonight's stream. Community zone or merch hall. I think because it's Doug, let's do one more trip to the merch hall. At the stands, you find a fanzine vendor. You ask her what her zines are about. They're about you, she replies. You open one of her fanzines. It's full of badly cropped pictures of you. You feel you should be disturbed, but you also feel flattered. You buy a copy. Dang, some of these pics you haven't even seen before. You're bowled over by your own +2 charm. Excuse me. You, Doug, and Nico are checking out the app game stands when you spot April. Hey, April, what are you doing here? Are you into app games too?
God, no! I got a side gig acting as a hostess to help promote this game, Waifu Crush. You match cute symbols to unlock new cute girls.
Hey, is that so? How many symbols do I gotta match up to unlock you, babe?
Ah, you're so funny!
Remember, we can't kill this one. He's got too many subscribers.
I mean, buy Waifu Crush!
Hang on. There we go. What? You want me to buy this crap? Our games are supposed to be free. The only thing that's free is heartache, kid. That's how it is on this bitch of an earth. Well, I'm famous, so I get whatever I want. I'm gonna review bomb this dumb game until they send me a free copy to shut me up. First review, 0 stars. Not even the hot Pennywise bitch could convince me to play this garbage, lol, Lamau even. Excuse you? Yikes, I think this guy was really getting on April's nerves. How can you tell? Can someone please shred this dumbass in a garbage disposal already? Call it a hunch. Hey, Talon, how's it going? Welcome back. You hate to see someone get harassed by this douchebag, especially one of your friends that you may or may not want to fuck. Get him to leave April alone. Don't stoop to his level. Ignore him so aggressively he'll start to think he might have ceased to exist in this particular plane of existence. Perform some breathtaking ikebana and build flower arrangements so captivating they make him have an epiphany about the wrongs of his behavior. That one feels like creatively inclined. Let's go with that. My creativity is very strong. Perfect. You, Doug, April, and Nico get to work making gorgeous ikebana arrangements. Psh, this is fucking lame. I'm not moved by this gentle living art at all. Are you sure? Just look at the way these leaves cascade down like a waterfall. Doesn't it fill you with peace?
It really does. Their fragile beauty reminds me that we're all gonna die someday.
I guess. It's true. Death is inescapable. Disappointment is inevitable. But when I place these flowers just so, it's like a ray of sunshine piercing my hardened heart. Whoa, and if you move the flower here, it looks like a dick of balls. Ha 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 ha. One of the streamer's fans walks by and does a double take. Is that you, Riz? Why are you playing with flowers? Because it's fun, bro. Flowers are basically nature's pussies. And today I'm gonna suck on them. Wow, he's really converted. His fan doesn't seem convinced, but he's so confused he stopped talking, which is a win too. The enlightened streamer leaves. It'll probably only take one fortnight loss to revert him to his asshole self, but hey, you still gain +2 creativity and lose 2 smarts. The last day of the con is here. Doug, please go to the dance with me. Come to the after party with me. Oh yes, in my comic. Finally, the art gang gathers round to pull the pieces of your greatest masterpiece together. Time to see the fruits of your labor. Space Heist is a comic about a heist in space. It follows a charismatic ragtag team of outlaws with a unique set of skills. Faith, a hacker who can do magic with a keyboard. She's evading the law because she leaked the files on Jupiter's darkest secret. Suzanne, a seasoned spaceship pilot who desperately needs the money to overspend it on Tetris microtransactions and cosmetics. Calculester, an android who wants to learn all about the thrills of life. His tech provides a valuable resource to this adventure, a vast knowledge of flower symbology. And the band's leader, Valerie. She's a space pirate and with a thirst for money and a score to settle. Together, they will aim for the one thing no one in the galaxy has ever dared to steal: Saturn. God damn it, Calculester. I told you not to seduce Douglas, King of the Moon. I had to take the risk, for I wanted to experience the thrills of life. Stop fighting. I managed to hack into their perception of aesthetics. That ought to keep them busy. Come on, you two, hop in here. The station is about to explode. Fasten your seatbelts. Never again, Calculester. I can't make any promises, for I am programmed to live. Our heroes escaped by the skin of their teeth, but by blowing up the space station, could they have also blown their cover? To be continued. Honestly, I love the art style for all of the comics. They're so cute. Ooh, okay. You finally gather your courage and ask your favorite green goober to go to the con after party with you. Really? I'm flattered, but I'm surprised you want to go to the party with a dork like me. Don't you get it, Doug? I like you because you're a dork. You do? Of course. You don't need to be some hotshot boomerang guy to get people's attention. People love you because you're, well, you. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I really needed to hear that. And so you two went to the after party. Doug had a blast. It brought you enormous joy to see him come out of his shell. And it brought you even more joy when you two went back to the hotel and he came out of his clothes. Oh, he's so squishy. It turns out Doug's just as appealing on the outside as he is on the inside. He's truly the total adorkable package. I love him. And we got a secret ending. Amazing. Oh, that was great. Before we knew it, the con had ended. It was just 4 days, but we could swear it felt like an entire lifetime. All sorts of misadventures took place, entire friendships blossomed, and we ourselves changed as people. The idea of going back to our day-to-day lives made us feel a bit disoriented. Promises were made, of not growing apart, of meeting again soon. Still, we would lie if we said it didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. But as each of us went our own way, we realized that wherever we went, these people would be there, with us. And with that came the truth that, to this day, we hold close to our hearts. That no matter where we are, we belong. It's a thought that still gives us warmth, that makes us feel, once again, young and unafraid. And it reminds us that even as years go by, we will always be ready to start. That was so good! Doug, it was such a cutie patootie. I loved his romance. That was wonderful. And let the credits play. This was good. Oh, honestly, I think MonsterCon might be my favorite out of the series so far. It really feels like the team has hit their stride. Oh. And I saw Jesse Cox was the voice of Doug. That makes me so happy. They're so good. Oh.
When you're scared or lonely and the world won't help you, despite everything you've tried, you can
Oh.
always. When you need me, my friend, I'll be right there by your side.
And it still feels like, even though we've done 2 runs, with these games, it always feels like, even though I might play it for a couple of weeks on stream, it always feels like I've just barely scratched the surface and there's so much more to find. Oh.
We will be forever like this, always feeling.
Oh. And honestly, the fact that this team has continued to make amazing games one after the other and keep improving them with each iteration, and it's honestly just been wonderful, and I'm so happy to support them by playing these for my streams. And hopefully you guys really love them too. I can tell, like, some of the lines just catch us all completely off guard, and it's just so wild and so much fun. Oh. And it just makes me so happy to see a little group of misfits put together something so wonderful like this. Alrighty, and so with that, I think we're going to be wrapping things up tonight. I've done about 8 runs, and yeah, I'm not even a quarter of the way through collecting everything. Absolutely, Cloud's brain. Like, I feel like... Oh, you can now call Suzanne. Maybe we could date Suzanne, maybe? New outfit for Doug, cute. New comic genre, another new comic genre, all very good stuff. So... let's wrap things up here and now. We are going to be playing the Midnight Walk on Wednesday. We'll probably finish the full game in one night because it's relatively short. It's a really cool indie game with all the graphics were made with claymation and cardboard, and it looks so cool and like really tactile kind of experience. So we might finish that full game in one stream, but I've had my eye on it for a while and I'm really looking forward to playing it. So I hope you can all join me for that, as well as on Friday continuing South of Midnight, because I cannot wait to continue South of Midnight. I've been enjoying it so much and I cannot wait to return to it. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. This was wonderful, and I hope you can join me for my Wednesday and Friday streams as well. But until then, if you've been lurking into the shadows and you like what you've seen so far, then please consider following. We would love to have you back at the Blue Rose Respite. You are welcome anytime. Be sure to check out my other socials that are popping up in the chat right now, including my 2 YouTube channels, one for my ASMR tales and the other for my Twitch VODs, and my Blue Sky, my Insta, and my TikTok. I have an ongoing 24/7 broadcast over on my main YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out and give it some love. And if you haven't already, please consider following and supporting me on my other social platforms. I'm starting to get into posting more original stuff on my TikTok as well, like kind of vlog style, small videos and stuff like that. So be sure to check that out if you haven't done so already. Let's see who's currently live and we can go say hello. There's some people streaming, but there's one name I don't quite recognize. I just want to double check. Who should we raid? Yeah, let's go say hi to La Vispa, because we haven't said hi to La Vispa in a while. So let's go say hello to them. I hope they're doing wonderfully well. So let's go over to them and send some good vibes. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, my lovelies. I will see you on Wednesday for the Midnight Walk. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, stay wicked and wonderful. Good night, my lovelies.